Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kelly, and in today's video we are doing another pick a card reading. Today we are asking Spirit all about how they are currently feeling about you. This pick a card reading is timeless, so whenever you come upon this video, a message will be ready for you. Before we begin, please give me a big like down below and subscribe to my channel. I post a new video every Sunday, so I invite you to come join me by adding Kelly guidance to your self-care Sunday. If you're new to pick a card readings, here's how it works. These are the 4 piles that you can choose from. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, this is pile 3, and this is pile 4. Pile number 1 has a beautiful amethyst. Pile number 2 has a beautiful lapis lazuli. Pile number 3 has this turquoise. It's funky, but it's cute. And finally, pile number 4 has this rose quartz. I'll give you some time to meditate on the cards and choose the pile that you feel the most drawn to. Please use your intuition when choosing a pile, and if you are drawn to more than one pile, please feel free to watch multiple piles. There may be more than one message in this video for you today. After you're done deciding, scroll down to the description box or the pinned comment and click on the timestamp to skip to your reading. Tarot is an intuitive and insightful way to read the current energies surrounding the situation. If you ever hear something that you do not like in a reading, please do not give up or get discouraged. Remember that you have 100% free will over your life, and you can change the course of direction at any time. My intention with these readings is to help gently guide you to a better path for your mind, heart, and soul. So never get discouraged about what you may hear, because it may end up being the activation that you need to change course. With that being said, I'll give you some time to start meditating on the cards. You can close your eyes and hover your hand over the screen to see if you feel any sensations on a certain pile, or you can simply meditate on the cards and choose a card based off of your gut feeling. Hi pile 1, if you chose the amethyst stone, this is your reading. So for you, pile number 1, I got the 8 of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the 6 of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Queen of Wands. So right off the bat, I could tell somebody is holding something back. Whether that's you or them, I see that they're holding back their feelings out of fear. They have really strong feelings for you, and they think very highly of you. I can tell by the cards that are on the table right now. With the first card, the 8 of Swords, I could tell that they are holding back. They're probably holding back because they're scared. I feel like they're scared of losing you, because with the Knight of Pentacles and the Hierophant, this shows me that they think that you're very practical, yet you're also very in tune with your spiritual side. So they see that you're both spiritual and practical. You're able to achieve the things that you need to achieve in the material realm, and in your life, you're also really good at doing self-care for yourself and keeping in tune with your spiritual practices. I can tell with the 6 of Pentacles that they think that you're very generous. You seem to be a very abundant person in all areas of your life. So it seems that they are holding back and hiding their true feelings from you because they don't want to lose you. They only want to impress you, and they feel like maybe they are not as impressive as you are because they think very, very highly of you. And with the Emperor and the Queen of Wands coming at the end, I feel like this is how they fantasize about you too. Like they see either you as the Queen of Wands or the Emperor, and then they will see themselves as the opposite one. The Emperor is a father-like figure that provides us with structure, establishment, and authority. So if that's how they view you, then they see that you're a very structured person that has all of their ducks in a row. Because the Knight of Pentacles does talk about hard work, productivity, and routine. So I see that they think that you're a very productive person. You have all your ducks in a row when it comes to wealth, work, and routine. But when it's next to the Hierophant card, which talks about spiritual wisdom, this shows me that not only do they think that you're wise in earthly things, but also transcendent things. They have not met anybody like you in a long time. So they're kind of tiptoeing around to make sure that they don't mess up. I feel like they have so much love that they want to give you, but they're holding themselves back. As we can see in the Eight of Swords, she looks bound and tied by these crows, although loosely bound and tied. But when you look on the outside of the mirror, she's not actually bound and tied at all. So whoever it is, whether it's you or them that's holding back, whoever is holding back, they are holding their own self back, definitely due to fears, because this card does traditionally talk about negative thoughts, self-imposed restriction, imprisonment, and victim mentality. So with the victim mentality part of this card, I wonder if they feel like they don't deserve you, because if this is how they see you, where you're super spiritual and you're super practical as well, they think that you're above them. See this stairs that's going straight into heaven? They see that you're a transcendent person, such a spiritual person that has everything together. If you guys are a little bit on the younger side, like either in your teens or your early 20s, I'm telling you, like, they have not met somebody around this age, around their age, that has been well-rounded. So they're really scared of losing you. And I feel like you also don't want to make the first move, right? It seems like both of you are honestly just holding back, but there's nothing to hold back from, because I honestly feel like even though this is in their mind's eye of you and them being the Emperor and the Queen of Wands, I actually do feel like that is what is going to happen when you guys come into union. The Emperor is this father-like figure that is a little bit more serious, but the Queen of Wands brings the fun. She is courageous, she is confident, she is independent, she is a social butterfly. So I feel like if you're the feminine and you're seen as the Queen of Wands, they see you as this courageous and confident person, and they are more held back, right? As the Emperor, they're more composed, they're more logical than intuitive. But the thing is that logic is actually holding them back. They're trying to logic feelings. They're trying to figure out what's the best way to tell you about their feelings. They're trying to figure out if it's even the right time to tell you their feelings. Is it too soon? Is it too late? Is this person going to want to be in a relationship with me? If I tell them, is it going to ruin the friendship? That is what I'm seeing for you two. Another alternative is that you guys could be in separation right now due to some type of self-imposed restriction though. So when I think about self-imposed restriction in terms of separation, it could be that you found out some deception. It could be that maybe somebody wasn't being completely honest, and that's only for my people that are actually in a relationship with this person and trying to figure out why they had their last fight or why they have this separation. But for the most of you, I feel like this is a person you're not currently in union with because they're holding back, but there is a beautiful union to be had between you two if you guys were to decide to come together. So let's move on to the romance oracle cards that I picked for you guys. The first card we have is Express Your Love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So with this card, that's exactly what I was saying. Somebody is holding back. It is a good time to express your love. I feel like both of you actually do have feelings for each other or care about each other on a level that is more than a friendship. You might be friends right now, but there is something about this friendship that is different than your other friendships. There's something about this friendship that makes you interested in exploring it. Nobody wants to lose any friendships, especially friendships that are as close and tight as this one. But we would be doing ourselves a huge disservice if we were to turn down every opportunity to potentially turn a friendship into a relationship. The best relationships start off as friendships, in my opinion, because you guys have that base as friends and you know each other on that level. It didn't go straight into romantic feelings, so you guys are able to build a solid foundation. So if you are currently feeling this way about the other person and you do identify more with the energy of the Queen of Wands, I would encourage that you put your courageous and confident pants on, like I know you can, and tell them how you feel. I am sensing that they're a little bit too shy to tell you. Oh my gosh. Next, we actually have the soulmate card. So if you're not currently in union, this card is telling me that you guys can have the potential to be soulmates. I see a very good energy dynamic between you two. Although I said these two cards represented you and how you're practical and spiritual, it could be that one of you is more practical and one of you is more spiritual. So when you come together, you're going to be able to teach each other these different aspects of yourself and help each other grow in those areas of life as well. So I see that that is a really good thing for you guys. And if you are already with this person and you're currently in separation and not knowing if you should try to reconcile with them, then Spirit is saying that yes, this is your soulmate. I believe that this connection does deserve a chance. Oh my gosh. And then next, of course, it says you deserve love. You are lovable. So this is a message, I feel like, for the other person or whoever is holding back. I feel like one of the parties in this connection, specifically the other person that you're inquiring about, feels like they're not good enough for either you or your love, because they see you, again, very, very highly. So they're not going to want to ruin a friendship just so they could try to be with you, because they would rather be with you as a friend than not have you at all, because they feel like, if I tell this person, my friend, maybe even my best friend for some of you guys, that I like them and they don't reciprocate those feelings, then it's going to be awkward and potentially I could lose this friendship forever. So I don't want that. That's what they're thinking right now. I think that maybe they haven't gotten enough hints from you if you do truly like them back, and they're kind of waiting for some type of hint, some type of knowledge for them to make a move. So if you're the type that likes to be pursued, that is totally perfect and fine. I totally understand that. But we do need to give people hints because people cannot read our minds. And if you don't love this person back and you don't actually like this person back, but you're just wondering how they feel about you for a confirmation, then it is confirmed that they do like you and that this is a possibility for a soulmate connection. So you might be feeling the same way, where you don't want to ruin this friendship. You've never been in a relationship with a friend or something like that, and you don't want to ruin anything. It's totally understandable. But both of you deserve love and deserve a chance at love. So sometimes we need to take those risks. There's a famous quote that does say, it's better to have loved and lost than never loved at all. If you continue to deny yourself of these relationships just out of fear, then you will never get to bring that love into your life. And I do believe that we have multiple soulmates in this life. So even if you take a pass on this relationship, this connection, doesn't mean that you will not find another soulmate, but it's only up to you and your discernment to see how your energy dynamics are with each other. Do you have a lot of fun together? Do you laugh a lot together? Are you able to talk together? Like, is there things that they show you in a relationship or in a friendship that you've always wanted? If so, then what are you waiting for? Because honestly, chances like this only come every so often. A true soulmate connection, even though we have multiple soulmates, doesn't come every single day. And if you guys have a really deep bond, it wouldn't be too bad to just try to explore that. Maybe you guys can open up a conversation and just say, I do have feelings for you. And then they will probably tell you that they have feelings for you as well. But you can also express that you don't want to ruin the friendship and that you don't actually know what to do with these feelings. It seems that you guys need to have a heart-to-heart conversation. And it seems like with them being a little bit more shy, with them holding back a little bit more, if you can muster up the confidence, I think that if you started the conversation, this would be a very fruitful conversation. And then finally, we did get the deception card. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So for this, I don't think that they're straight up lying to you about a bunch of things or anything like that. I just feel like one or both of you are not being totally honest with your feelings because, again, of fear. And for some of you, I'm definitely getting the sense that maybe you have been hinting at them that they like you, but they have been kind of ignoring it. They haven't been like really taking on the hints. For some of you, I feel like you have given them hints, but if you are the divine feminine and they are the divine masculine, this is not going to be for all of you. And I don't mean to put down the divine masculine, but if they are more divinely masculine, how do I say this? Men don't really get hints right? I mean, you basically got to be very straightforward with them because the masculine energy is very logical, very practical, very action oriented. And the feminine energy is more receptive, nurturing, loving, caring. So I feel like if you've been trying to drop hints, they might have honestly not been getting them. So either be even more clear or straight up just tell them. I know as a divine feminine, we want to sit back and receive and get the compliments and be chased and be pursued. That's totally normal. But if this is something that is worth it to you, if you have been watching a lot of pick-a cards to try to figure out how they're currently feeling about you, I think that it is worth swallowing your pride for the one time to see if this would bud into something better, bud into a relationship. Because again, you did get the express your love and soulmate card. So I feel like you can have a very deep bond and union. Before we move on to some more oracle cards, I'm going to get the astro dice to see how they are feeling about you and to confirm their astrological signs. So first I'm going to take just the astrology dice and roll it 3 times to get the top 3 signs that are coming into this connection as the other person. Who is the other person? So we're getting Scorpio, Pisces, and Gemini. So Scorpio, Pisces, and Gemini, that is a lot of water energy. And then Gemini is air. So with Gemini, they are very talkative and they have a lot of friends. So again, I feel like you are one of their friends, or you're currently in the friend circle, and you probably actually have mutual friends. So this is another layer of them not wanting to ruin any type of friendship with you because it could affect the entire friend group. So this is something that you guys both need to think on and try to figure out if it is worth chasing. But I honestly feel like, friendships aside, other people aside, this is really truly just about you two, what you two want out of your lives, because nobody else is going to live your life. Nobody else is going to really be able to tell you what to do. You have to listen to your own heart, and you have to listen to your own intuition about this connection. Does it seem like they're going to be in your best and highest good, or does it seem like this relationship is not really going to work out? Only you and them know your relationship with each other. And then with Scorpio, Scorpios are very intense, and Pisces is also very emotional as well. So both Scorpio and Pisces, being water signs, they're very emotional. But if they are more on the Scorpio side, Scorpios are very intense, and they do hide their feelings. They don't have their heart on their sleeve like a Cancer does. Scorpio is more hidden, more secretive, more mysterious. They might be trying to be mysterious about their feelings about you because they don't want to reveal everything. And if they are more on the Pisces side, Pisces is one of the nicest signs and very spiritually enlightened. But the thing about Pisces is they are mutable water. They only flow with their current environment. So if they're not really picking up that you're liking them, they're not going to make a move because they're mutable water. But with Pisces, if you did show them that you did like them, or you told them straight up that you do like them and you want to pursue a relationship, then they're going to be all in, because Pisces is mutable water. They're going to adopt what environment is around them. And I just saw 2222 on the clock, so you might have been seeing 222 or 2222 a lot. This is confirmation that you have a choice to make and that you need to find balance in your life and in this relationship. Now I'm going to roll all the dice to see what messages we can get. Oh my gosh. Okay, so second house, Jupiter, and Capricorn. Okay, so wow. So the second house is the house of money and possessions, and Capricorn is the sign of the 10th house, which is our career, which is also signifies wealth. Capricorn is a hard worker. They're going to work as hard as they need to, and they're not going to give up. They're symbolized by the sea goat. So the sea goat is not a real animal, but a goat is this frail little thing that is able to climb a mountain and is not going to give up. People admire the goat because they're like, how can they do that? How can they not give up? How can they get there? And with the Jupiter expands anything that it touches. So I can see that this person either has a lot of money or they're very hardworking. So now I'm starting to feel like they are the Knight of Pentacles and the Emperor, and you are the Hierophant and the Queen of Wands. When you guys come together, you have a Six of Pentacles moment. The Six of Pentacles represents giving and receiving, sharing wealth, generosity, and charity. So I feel like when you guys come together, you'd be like that power couple that does things for the collective, that doesn't only worry about themselves, but worries about other people and their friendships and the people around them as well, whether on a small scale or a large scale like humanity. I think that you guys could do great things together, but with this Eight of Swords, I just know that somebody is holding back. I urge you not to hold back when it could potentially be something that is life-changing, a relationship that is life-changing. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards and see what else we get. So I got these Wisdom of the Oracle cards to get a message. Okay, perfect. Oh my gosh. So we did get the Loyal Heart card. Look at this. And the number on the card is 35. So 35 reduces down to 8, which I am actually seeing here as well. You're not able to see the bottom, so I am going to cover this part. So with the Loyal Heart coming up, and these are 2 owls, I feel like you're both highly, highly wise. You're really, really smart in both, again, earthly things and spiritual things, both of you. And when you come together, it will be this beautiful union. And for my people that are actually dating this person, you guys are holding something back on some level, whether it's your true feelings, or maybe you're holding back on moving in together or taking that next step, whether that's marriage or just starting a family together, whatever the next step is for you guys. I see that somebody is holding back out of fear. But the truth is, you guys are going to be loyal to each other if you enter into a relationship. You're going to have a really beautiful union. So my lovely pal ones, I don't know what you're waiting for, and I feel like you shouldn't pass up on this opportunity. Even if it ends up not working out in the long run, again, it's better to have loved and lost than never had loved at all. You would be more appreciative of the love that you got to receive from this relationship than looking back in 60 years and realizing that you never went for your friend or your best friend that you always loved. I'm not trying to hurt you, but it's going to be really painful to see them with somebody else when you know that you had a chance as well. So I want you to live your life without any regrets. And if this is something that is hitting your heart right now, the fact that you could see them with somebody else and that you don't like that, or the fact that you could be losing them in general to somebody else, it doesn't have to be seeing them with somebody else, but just knowing the fact that people are not going to wait around forever. If that is something that bothers you, if that is something that is hitting your heart right now, then I would say, even if you are the divine feminine, that taking a chance wouldn't be too bad. It would be the lesser of 2 evils, right? So let's see if we can get something for the Lover's Oracle. Pile number 1. Oh, okay. I got 2 cards, but I'll take them. So the first card says Romance, Cupid's Arrow Strikes. So yeah, you guys, I just feel like you guys really, really like each other, but you guys are just holding back. And then the next card I got is Transformation. Your relationship with another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So yeah, some of you are not in union yet, but some of you are just in separation. So you guys might have had a problem, might have had a fight, might have had some deception, but it is not the end all be all. You can fix this relationship. Somebody has to make that first move, because I see that one of you or both of you is holding back. Somebody is holding back big time. I think it is worth it and in your best interest to pursue this as a love, because I see a deep fulfillment in this relationship, especially with the Loyal Heart card. So another reason why the Loyal Heart card might have came up would be because of the Deception card. I think some of you are worried if they have cheated on you or if they have been not loyal. That is totally not the case. That is totally not the case. In terms of lying or decepting, I feel like they're just not being honest about their feelings. This is not about infidelity at all, okay? So I just want to make sure that you know that. And I am actually being called to the book, so let me grab the book really quick. I'm just going to read the first excerpt of the book. It says, evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove they are faithful to you, and you will in turn commit fully to them. There is a sure and abiding certainty in your heart. Know that Spirit is always loyal to you, no matter the outer circumstances in your life. Trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved and always divinely protected and divinely directed. So I feel like your guides pulled out this card because they're trying to tell you that I feel like actually you're holding back. I feel like maybe this person has offered you their cup, but you're like, I'm not ready for a relationship all the way. I've been hurt in the past, so you kind of like push them away, or you started some type of fight to push them away, and now you're wondering, like, are they still there for me? How do they feel about me? And I'm telling you that they're still ready to open up their arms and have you be in their life, but it just seems like you might need to do some shadow work to really accept this into your life. This is reminding me of a relationship concept that talks about if you are not fully healed, you're not actually going to be able to receive the love that people are trying to give you, because you're going to interpret it in a different way, or you're going to interpret it in a way that is not what they are trying to put out. You're going to interpret it in a way that relates to your past rather than the current present. So what does that mean? So let's say in the past you had been cheated on or something, and you saw this deception card, and immediately your brain goes to cheated, they cheated on me, and I don't want to be cheated on again. For example, that's just an example. And you have these patterns within your heart, your soul, and your mind that people are not going to be loyal to you, that people are not going to be faithful to you, that you maybe even think that you don't deserve loyalty or you don't deserve faithfulness, but I'm telling you that you do. I just saw 222 again. So I'm telling you, there is some shadow work that I'm sensing that you guys need to work on, because you're clearly not sure about this relationship. You're clearly suspicious. I'm starting to feel like maybe you're the Scorpio and maybe they're the Pisces, because Scorpio again is very mysterious. They hide their feelings. They're not always straight up and straightforward. Even if this is the other person, regardless, one or both of you have to do some type of shadow work, some type of deeper communication, because it seems like one of you is all in and the other is not. So it seems like you're not on the same page right now, but that just really can be resolved with some good old communication. So I'm actually just going to get one more card. It's going to be an affirmation card just to see what we can affirm. Pile number 1, any okay. Okay, so I did get 3 cards, so I'm going to take them all. The first card says B. We look to the past, wondering what could have been. We look to the future, wondering what will be. What if we were to look at the present, sinking our teeth into the juicy, sacred goodness that is right now? What if we were just to be? Be without worry, be without fear, be without anxiousness, without planning or rewriting. What if we were to just be? Fully saturated, fully immersed in all of the love and joy and uncertainty around us, to just be, and to let what has been be what it is, and to let what is to be what it will. Perfect. Yes, you guys, so I'm gonna have to cover some cards, but yeah, exactly what I was saying. Like, you're probably looking to the past too much about what you have been hurt about, and you're just making all these connections that aren't really there. I'm really, really sorry if somebody has hurt you in the past. I am really, really seriously sorry if somebody has cheated on you and done you dirty like that. You don't deserve that. You never deserved it, okay? You never deserved it. But when somebody new comes in, somebody that you've actually been wishing for, somebody that is loyal, somebody that you've always wanted comes into your life, you're not even going to be able to recognize it, and you're going to be pushing it away because you haven't healed from the past. So I highly, highly sense that my pile ones need to heal from the past and focus on the present and enjoy the things that are coming into your life at the present, which is this connection. The next card I got is move. It is stagnant, my dear, this energy you are carrying. It feels stuck within you, just sitting there, deep in your belly, resting upon your shoulders, etched across the lines of your face like an old rusty gate that simply won't open. But notice, my love, how easily the gate begins to work again when it is oiled and painted anew, awoken from its dormant position, when it is simply moved again. You are no different, dear one. You too simply need to move. Yes, you guys, like, this is all confirming everything. You're in this stagnant energy. I mean, you're turning to pick a card readings, which, you know what, I do too. So I'm not trying to bash you for that. But if you're watching a ton of pick a card readings about this connection, you're being stagnant, because you could just reach out to them and tell them, like, I have been cheated on in the past. I've been hurt in the past. I do like you, I do love you, but I'm scared. And this is the type of person I feel like that is going to hold space for you and tell you that it's okay and that they are not going to hurt you that same way. But I feel like my pile ones are like, I've heard that before and I don't trust it. So it is inner work that you need to do, my love, for sure, 100%. But you can use your discernment to figure this out. Yes, you've been hurt in the past, but I don't think that you are as naive as you were before. I'm not saying that you were completely naive, like that person that cheated on you, if that is truly your past, did deceive and did lie and probably gaslit the fuck out of you. So I understand, but we can't assume that every single person that we come into contact with is going to do that for us. And especially for some of you, if this is a friend first, you should be able to know their heart and soul on a friendship level. That's why I say that the best relationships start off as friends first. Because if you were friends first, you would probably get a sense if they were kind of a fuckboy, you know what I mean? They would have said something, they would have done something, you would have seen them in a different relationship and seen how it went. So I feel like if this is a friend and you're not together, or if you were together and now you're in separation, you should know how they truly are. I'm not saying make comparisons to your ex, the one that cheated on you, if that is true for you, but I feel like you have grown since that situation in the past, whatever it is for you, and you're able to distinguish now who is right for you and who is wrong for you. Oh my gosh. And then lastly, we got indulge. I can't do this. I shouldn't do that. I really need to start. But what if we did away with lack and started living more fully, breathing more deeply, laughing more loudly, crying more deeply, eating more heartily? What if the only thing we placed a limit on was how much we place limits on ourselves? And so the question now becomes, what are you waiting for? The world is a juicy place, ripe and waiting for you to sink your teeth in. Oh my gosh, I can't with these affirmation cards. That's exactly what I said. I literally word for word said, what are you waiting for with this connection? And I also talked about can't this, can't that, don't deserve this in the beginning. So I thought I was picking up on their energy, but low-key, I feel like I was picking up on your energy, my love. Like, I feel like you're holding back from this relationship. You're holding back from this connection. It could be them as well. You know, take what resonates. It could be either of you. But I just feel like one or the other person is feeling this way. And hey, it actually might be the other person that had been cheated on and they can't get over it. So that's why they're not approaching you. Whatever it is, this is the situation that's going on. They're just not fully secure. One or both people are not fully secure and holding back. So the main thing for my pile number ones is to just know that somebody is holding back, and that if you or the other person really do want to pursue this, somebody's gonna have to make a move. So that is all I have for you, pile number ones. I hope that this gave you some insight, some guidance. I hope that this has inspired you, strengthened you, or motivated you to take charge of your own life and your relationships. I really did enjoy this reading, and I'm rooting for you. If this reading resonated for you, go ahead and comment down below and let me know what resonated and what pile you picked, because I love to read your comments. And if you did enjoy this video as well, please give me a big like down below. It really helps out my channel. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I post every single Sunday, so go ahead and add Kelly Guidance to your self-care Sunday. And remember, always be kind to yourself and others. Until next time. Bye, pal 1. Hi, pal 2. If you chose the Lapis Lazuli, this is your reading. So for you, I got the 2 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the 9 of Wands, the 2 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands. Wow, a lot of wand energy here. So right off the bat, there is a lot of wand energy here, which is fire energy. So fire signs could be here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or we could be dealing with the Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So with the fire signs, they're very energetic, passionate, and they can actually be kind of impulsive. With this setup, I'm actually getting a sense that they are holding back. They have some decisions to make, and they are difficult decisions with the 2 of Swords right here. So they're at a point where they have to weigh their options, and they're kind of at an area of wanting to avoid the situation, or they're totally at an impasse, which means like they can't move forward because they don't know what to do. So I feel like I wonder if they are deciding between 2 people, because there's the 3 of Cups here, which usually talks about friendships and celebrations. But with this type of reading, the way that I am interpreting this is that there could be a potential third party in the situation, or maybe like a friend or something that is very deeply tied into this situation. I'm also getting the sense of like cold feet, because the 2 of Wands and the 10 of Wands is like walking away from something, yearning for something else. The imagery is showing me like the 2 of Wands, the person wants to just go. And the 10 of Wands, they have just came from this place and have worked really hard. But it seems like they're still like walking away, doesn't it? So I feel like I wonder if this person is deciding to walk away from someone or something and pursue potentially you, or maybe this person had recently gotten out of a relationship and is trying to pursue you, or maybe you have just broken up with this person and you're wondering if there is a third party. So I do see those dynamics here, but it doesn't have to necessarily be a third party for every one of you. It could potentially just be like a third party friend or family member that is heavily involved in this situation, rooting for you guys. Another way I can interpret this is because of all these difficult decisions that they are having to weigh and having to decide on, they might be relying on their friends a lot, going out a lot more, because the next card, the Queen of Wands, she is a very confident person and she is a social butterfly. So I'm wondering if they're relying on their friends to kind of avoid the decision that they have to make. I'm seeing 333 on the clock, so maybe you guys have been seeing 333 a lot. That is just a confirmation, if you have been seeing 333, that your angels are here and trying to guide you in the best way possible. So With the Nine of Wands, this does talk about a resilient person, but it also talks about somebody that has to be tested. Basically, their faith has to be tested. So I am wondering if this person is going through a lot in their personal life, in their relationship, or with you. There could definitely be a decision that they have to make in regards to you, and it does kind of feel like it is a burden. It feels like they kind of want to run away from the issue, but it's just out of fear. It seems like they're just not sure what to do. And it's notable to know that the Lapis Lazuli is used for protection against psychic attacks. It is used for deep peace, harmony, and it reveals inner truth. It also is good for honesty, compassion, self-awareness, self-expression. It is considered the wisdom stone. Truth, wisdom, inner peace, and spiritual wonder are all connected to this stone. It is also connected to the third eye and throat chakra. So for some of my pile twos, definitely there is some decision, and it seems like a really big decision that they are having to make right now. So you might be wondering why they have been talking to you less, or maybe you're in no contact right now. I'm highly sensing that they are just going through something where they have to make a big decision. The Two of Swords and the Two of Wands both talks about decisions. The Two of Swords talks about difficult decisions, and the Two of Wands just talks more about decisions of discovery and future planning. But still, they are trying to plan something out that is going to affect their future. This is something that is going to be really hard for them to decide on. The Ten of Wands shows me that, because the Ten of Wands talks about burdens and extra responsibilities, hard work, and also completion. So I feel like whatever they have been deciding on, they are almost at a point where they are decided on it, but they're also at a point where they are trying to avoid it completely. So it's really hard for them. It seems like in the day, they are the type of person that is hanging out with their friends and trying to avoid the situation, pretending like nothing matters. They're probably posting on social media like nothing matters at all. If you are in no contact, they're probably making it seem like they're totally fine. At the end of the day, when they're by themselves, they have these really difficult decisions to weigh on. So it could be that you guys have some type of separation right now. They just don't know what to do. They don't know how to approach you. And they could, yes, for some of you have a third party, but for some of you, it also could just mean that the other person that you're thinking about is heavily relying on their friends to get through this time. It seems like it is a tough time between you two right now, even though the Queen of Wands is here, which is a really positive card. But I feel like this is either showing their energy or your energy of a confident, courageous, independent person. So maybe they have been trying to be even more independent than they are, or try to come off more independent than they are, because they are scared of looking weak in a way. Let's go ahead and move on to your oracle cards and see what we have gotten for you. So the first card I got for you is actually wedding. This situation involves marriage. So some of you might be married. Some of you might have met at a wedding, or some of you might be planning on going to a wedding together. But wait a minute, didn't I say cold feet earlier? Yeah, you guys, I just feel like, okay, hold on. Let's see what else we got. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay, and then last one, very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Yeah, so honestly, you guys, I feel like some of you guys met at a wedding, because we got this getting to know each other card. But again, this third party thing is coming up. I feel like somebody's leaving their wife or their husband, potentially for you, or maybe leaving you, potentially for somebody new that they're getting to know. That's really terrible, but you know, I'm just saying what the cards are showing me, and I'm really sorry if that is your situation, but we never lose the people that are really, really meant for us. Just make sure that you do know that, okay? For some of you, I feel like you guys just met, potentially at a wedding, like I said, and they have a difficult decision of whether they want to pursue you or not. Because I feel like they have a really fun time with their friends with these two cards. They feel like they're a really outgoing person and have a lot of friends, but they're trying to decide, like, do I want to give this up or seemingly give it up, right? Because the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands kind of talks about like burdens and like being tested and boundaries. So maybe this person has been single for a really long time, you know what I mean? And they're not really used to having to be with somebody, having to report to somebody, having to spend time with somebody. They're kind of more like on the free spirit side, and they don't know if that's what they really want. So they're kind of deciding if they want to continue pursuing this, because I feel like you guys have had a talking phase, because also with the very soon, it seems like they're almost at their decision. Just like I said, I feel like they are waiting. They're waiting to see more of your cards, essentially. They're waiting to see more of your personality. They're waiting to get to know you more, because the getting to know each other card does says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So some of you, I feel like you don't know each other that well, like you had just met kind of recently, like within the last year or so. I'm getting a message, and this might be just literally for a couple of you, but it seems like this person is actually scared because a lot of their friends have been getting married, and they're like, is it my turn to get married? Should I start thinking about that? And they're not 100% sure, but they're starting to grow up and they're starting to get older and seeing all the people around them having these amazing relationships. And some of the people that you guys are wondering about, they didn't actually grow up with any type of solid parental figures. Like their parents were either divorced, or it could potentially be that they saw that their parents were in and out of relationships all their life, so they're scared. The underlying theme here is fear. I'm getting a lot of fear. Like I'm almost getting choked up while I'm trying to talk right now. Like I have to hold a freaking crystal at my throat right now because I'm kind of struggling a little bit to get the message out, and I usually don't. I'm just usually channeling super fast, but I feel like the message is not coming super clear because I feel like they don't feel super clear. They're kind of scared, they're worried, they're just engulfed in this process of making a decision. I sense that some of them really do want a deep relationship. Some of them really seriously do want to get married, but they're just like, I don't know if 100% for sure. And with this fiery energy, again, with them being kind of impulsive, I feel like actually for some of you, you could be getting married to them soon. Like they could be deciding on whether to propose to you or not. That is definitely 100% for some of you. They could be deciding if they want to propose to you or not. They could be consulting their friends about it, and eventually they will decide and make this decision and go ahead and ask you. But it's going to come with some hard work, either planning the proposal or just making the decision in general. So I feel like some of you could, be getting a proposal soon, literally, because with the very soon and wedding and also getting to know each other, I feel like fire signs would be the type of people that like meet somebody and get engaged and married within a year. Like that's totally something that I could see a fire sign doing. So that could definitely be for some of you. Overall, the themes here are fear. Some type of big decision needs to be made. I did get the sense of cold feet, and that was before I even pulled these cards. I'm sensing that somebody is nervous. I think they are nervous about this connection no matter how it goes, because it is a general reading, so take what resonates. But it is up to you to decide if you would like to wait for them to make a decision or not. I feel like you think that they're not even making any type of decisions because they probably haven't been communicating with you at all. I just saw 333 on the clock again. Yeah, I definitely think that you guys have been asking your angels and guides about this a lot. You have been kind of losing sleep about this for sure. You're just really wondering, when are they going to make a move, or when are they going to speak to me? When are they going to make a decision? You might have been asking them to make a decision about something, moving forward, moving in together, having a child, getting married, like whatever it is, whatever the next step in your relationship would be. I feel like they're kind of waiting. They're kind of at an impasse again with the decision that they have to make. But I feel like eventually they will make a decision. Don't worry about that. I just feel like they have to relax, consult their friends, and they have to clearly decide, because they have not clearly decided yet, as we can see in the very soon card. So before we move on to any more oracle cards, I'm going to get my astro dice. First, we're just going to get the astrology dice only to get the top 3 signs that are coming up for this reading. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Oh my gosh, that is all air signs. So it's Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. I got a lot of fire energy from them, but now I'm also getting a lot of air energy. So fire and air together, I feel like they are super intellectual. And air signs are communicative, but they don't really get in touch with their emotions. Like fire signs are very emotional, very passionate and energy driven, impulsive, but air signs are more like intellectual in their head and more communicative. They could have a big network. They could have a lot of friends. Like, definitely see them being a popular person with the 3 of Cups and the Queen of Wands coming up. But yeah, you're definitely probably dealing with an air sign or a fire sign. Definitely. With that being said, though, I feel like honestly air signs are prone to kind of keeping things to themselves. Even though they're super communicative, they're always in their head and in their minds. So I feel like when they're making a decision process, they are taking it very seriously. They are going to mull it over. They're going to think about everything. They're going to make sure that it is a logical decision. For some of you, if they are talking about marriage and taking that next step, they're going to have to really think about that. But a good thing about air signs is that they will fully think it through. So there is some polarity here actually, because fire signs are more impulsive. So maybe they're trying to battle those two sides of themselves, the impulsive side of themselves and also the side that wants to think about everything logically. So I definitely think that if you give them some time, if you want to be patient with them, then they will come with a decision. You never have to wait for anyone. Just know that you never have to wait for anyone if you don't want to. But if this is a connection that is worth it to you, then I would just give them some time, because again, air signs are very, very logical and they have to really mull things over before they can make a decision. How are they currently feeling? How are they currently feeling about pile number 2? No. How are they currently feeling about pile 2? Okay. So Aquarius again, big Aquarius energy, and we're also getting the 7th house and we're getting Pluto. So Pluto is the planet of transformation and rebirth. And the 7th house is the house of one-on-one relationships and partnerships. So I think they're going through a major upheaval right now. So yeah, definitely for some of you, my pile number 2s, there is a third party situation and it is about to transform. It is about to be rebirth. Somebody is gonna like get left and somebody is gonna, you know, get to start getting to know somebody. But I feel like, hey, that's kind of toxic. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you on my channel. Like, if you are dealing with somebody that is currently trying to leave a marriage or currently trying to leave their person for you, or maybe you're the person getting left for somebody else, I'm so sorry. I don't know. The situation kind of seems fucked up, but also at the same time, love is love. So I can't really say nothing, but I just feel like there should be no overlap. That's my main thing. I feel like there shouldn't be any overlap. If they're gonna decide to leave a person for you, they need to completely leave the person before they pursue you. And if they're gonna be leaving you for somebody else, they better freaking leave you fully before going for somebody else. But that's not for all y'all. That's not for all y'all. I'm sorry. I don't want to like make any of you scared that there's a third party. That's definitely not for all of you. I'm just sensing that for some of you, to be honest. And I have to say it because that's what I'm seeing, to be honest. Or the other way that I could interpret this is that your relationship with this person is about to completely transform and be rebirthed. So maybe there was some type of third party situation in the past, and now they want to change that. They want to make the difficult decision of being exclusive. Why did I just hear that? Okay, so some of you were not exclusive. Some of you were not exclusive. Yeah. And you were getting to know each other and you wanted to be in a relationship. Yep. And then you maybe were asking, hey, what are we? Or they're asking, hey, what are we? Like, we're trying to decide what we are. And again, going back to, they didn't really have stability in their life in their parents when they were growing up. So they don't really know. And they also are seeing their friends around them starting to get married. So yeah, for some of you, you were asking for more, and that is totally fine because you want to figure out what the fuck are we? Okay, what the fuck are we? And they are in the decision of deciding what you guys are. And with Aquarius are so fucking detached. Out of all the sorry, I'm cussing a lot. They are so fucking detached though. Like, they are the most detached air sign. Like, it is so hard to freaking read their minds or try to understand where they're coming from. Aquarius, even though they have a lot of friends and they can be really outgoing, I honestly feel like a lot of the Aquarius I know are so intellectual, they're so fucking quiet. So like, I just feel like it's gonna be hard to decipher what Aquarius is thinking for sure. And if they're Aquarius like in their 7th house, which means that's how they act in their relationships, that means they kind of like detached relationships. So it could be that you ask them for too much too soon, especially if you're getting to know each other. But I feel like what it is between you two is like, you're different. You're somebody different for them. For example, if we are talking about an Aquarius and we're talking about this archetype where they don't really know what to do, they don't really get exclusive with people, things like that, they have only been considering this because of you. They have only been starting to decide on this because of you. I feel like for other people that have asked them that same question, what are we, they would just ghost, because Aquarius has a huge problem with ghosting. Okay, like, I would know because I have a lot of Aquarius in my life and I'm just like, damn, where were you? You just disappeared for 5 months. Like, I don't even fucking know where you were and nothing ever happened between us. I just have not heard from you. And I actually have a little Aquarius cousin. Yeah, I haven't seen him in fucking years. So sorry for all the cussing, but it's just like, I don't know, I'm trying to spice up this reading a little bit because I feel like it's a little heavy. It feels like a little bit of a fuckboy situation, fuckgirl situation, but honestly, it's really just the fact that they have not decided. They have freedom in their life right now, so they're trying to decide, like, hey, do I want to label this thing? And like, that means a commitment, that means a relationship, right? So they're just in the process of deciding that. But I feel like with the Pluto in the 7th house, yeah, some transformations and rebirths are going to be happening between this relationship. So again, it is up to you if you would like to sit and wait for them to make a decision, or if you want to just move on. I really don't know what is going to be in your best interest. Only you're going to be able to know that. But you know what? I'm going to pull some more Lovers Oracle cards. So here are the Lovers Oracle cards. Okay. Okay, so I did get 4 cards, but I'm going to take them all. So the first card I got for you is power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. So yes, that's what I was saying. It's up to you. You're the one that's going to know. I don't know. I don't feel like this person is like has a lot of watery energy. So water people are going to be open with their emotions. Water people are going to just tell you like it is, like lay it all out there, heart on their sleeve type of thing. And earth people are also very practical and stable as well. But honestly, I don't know how to say this. Air signs and fire signs are flighty. They're just all over the place. Air signs are all over the place, and fire signs are really impulsive. So I'm so sorry, pal number 2, that you're dealing with this, but it could be the right one for you. Maybe you guys have a lot of fun together, but they just have not been ready and able to settle down completely. But I could be completely wrong, because it does say wedding here. I'm just trying to, it's not all adding up, honestly, because I just feel like they have cold feet. Like I heard that before I even got this card. So I just feel like I wonder if there was some type of wedding or something. This is definitely one of those situations where it's like not that common. I don't really think a lot of people are gonna even pick this pile compared to the other piles, because I do not have a hard time usually interpreting everything. I usually feel like I get a really clear sign, but I just feel like there's some baggage. That's what I'm getting. There's some baggage that they need to work through, or that you need to work through for you to be able to to be able to actually make this a real thing. The next card I got for you says, the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. So yeah, my pile number 2s, I feel like you guys are sweeties. You guys are good girls or good boys, and you're waiting for this person, but they have a past that you either 1, don't know about, or 2, haven't heard all about yet. So I'm highly sensing they did not have a stable parent relationship. Like they're either not stable with their parents, or their parents were not stable. Even if their parents were together, you guys, I'm sensing that it was not a stable relationship. So they didn't get a good view of what a good relationship could be. And I'm really sorry for them about that. I'm seeing 555 on the clock. So change can happen for them. I'm getting change can happen for them, but they need to release the past before they are able to get into union with you, because I feel like you are my sweeties and you are my people that really want to show this person love, right? So I just feel like, I don't know, this feels like I don't know, this feels like young love for some reason. Like I feel like you guys are in college, or you might be in high school. Some of you might have been recently graduated from college or something like that. And these are the type of relationships, you know, that happen in that age, because a lot of people don't know what they want. A lot of people are just trying to figure out what the next step is after college, or what the next step is during college. So a lot of people don't really focus on relationships, and they don't really know what to do, because relationships are one of the hardest things. People think that relationships are all peachy keen. No, it's an everyday struggle. Like it's not an everyday struggle. That's so wrong. I mean, but it's an everyday opportunity to learn. It's an everyday opportunity to mesh with somebody else. It's an everyday opportunity to learn to work with somebody else. Okay, so it is definitely work. It's not like all bad or a burden, whatever I just said. I don't even know why that came out of my mouth, but it is everyday effort. Okay, that is what it is. It's everyday effort. And some people just can't even wash their face in the morning at that age. So I don't know, I'm getting young love out of this. I'm feeling like I've heard a lot of stories like this in college, not in high school because wedding and stuff, but this is feeling like a college relationship. Okay, this is feeling like I don't know, this is feeling like something. This is feeling like, I'm sorry for some of you that you might be getting married or something, but it might have been an impulsive. Okay, so if some of you are getting married, or this person is going to propose to you, like, just know that you have to decide if it was impulsive or not, because all of these wands in the air, they're kind of like shifty and detached. It's just, It's a bit of a weird energy. I would, you know what? Honestly, if I was you, I would be watching pick cards too, because I can, as the tarot reader, barely understand what's going on. I feel like there's a lot of different energies because it's a general reading, but if anything I said has resonated with you, I'm deeply feeling that, yeah, they didn't have stability. They have not seen a lot of good examples of relationships. So now their relationship aspect of their life is all shifty because they don't really know what to do, right? So I just feel like me feeling that energy of not really knowing what to say is exactly how they feel. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. They're not really ready to let go of the past. Yeah. That's what I'm mainly getting. And then the next card I did get for you is, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Exactly. Okay. So you know that quote, that very common quote, follow your heart? Yeah, they're not following their heart. And I got all air signs. So like I said, they're all in their mind. Air signs are super, super in their mind. So I feel like they're just trying to logic this. They're like, okay, I didn't see my mom and dad really do well when I'm growing up. That doesn't have to be me, but what if it is me? Like, I haven't really experienced anything else. Like, this is how they're thinking. They're just thinking so fast, and they're just like, what about this, and what about that, and what about this, and what about that, and what about this, and what about that? They're just like forever in a loop, and it's just like, I feel sorry for them. Like, I honestly genuinely feel sorry for them, because this is something that is really, really personal and that they can only figure out on their own. Even if you wanted to help them, it's gonna be just hard, you know? Like, I just feel like it's hard. This is a decision that they have to make that is really, really hard, which is why I feel like the Two of Swords came up. And then finally, we got a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Okay, that is making sense. So I just feel like, yes, you have shown them so much love. Like I said earlier, where if somebody else asked them, what are we? They would be like, nah, fuck that. I would like totally dip out and like ghost them, right? But because it's you, because you have shown them so much love and light, and they have not experienced anything like this, especially even with their family, that they don't know what to do when you approach them with that question. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, I've never felt this way before. I don't know how to act. I don't know what to say. Am I taking too long to answer? Like, I don't know what to do. Like, it's just so much. And I honestly feel more sorry for them, because it seems like you're just sitting back and waiting for them to decide, right? And they are going through fucking the depths of hell trying to decide on this. Like, I'm sorry to say that, but they are just at this impasse, bro. They are just like, don't know what to do. I feel like they are struggling hard. Oh my gosh, they just need a hug. Like, I wish I could actually hug them, because I just feel like, yikes, I don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I try to be really, really positive in my readings and try to turn it positive at all times, but just with this anxiety that I'm feeling, like, I just feel like they're so anxious, and they do love you. They do like you. I mean, look at this. They just need to clearly decide what it is that they really want, and they need to let go of the past and things that they've seen before. They do have the power to change things, and well, actually, I feel like this card is more for you. Like, you have the power to walk away from this or not. But yeah, overall, you guys, I'm gonna get another card, actually. Pile 2. Any messages for Pile 2? Pile 2. Okay, I got 2 cards over here. I got study. Let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like some of you are in college. And then safe home. I cast this circle round about. Safety now is beyond doubt. So yeah, you guys, I feel like you're young, you're in college or something, you're in high school or something. They're trying to focus on their studies as well as make this decision. This is a heavy decision. So not only are they studying for school or something like that, I feel like they're literally taking this decision as like a test, like as a study. Like, they're studying. When they say studying, I just feel like they're like really mulling it over. They're really trying to fucking make a decision, and it's just, it feels like studying. It feels like homework. It feels like a burden, you know, with the 10 of Wands behind it. It just feels like a lot. And then with this safe home card, I actually am feeling like I could interpret this a couple different ways. One, I'm either wrong about their parents completely for some of you, or two, I feel like they have worked so hard and now they're in college and they have moved away from their parental figures, and now they finally have a safe home, right? They finally have a safe home where they felt unsafe with their parents, but now they finally have a safe home because they're away from college, or they have their own place now, and they're scared. Like, what if I get with this person and then now my home becomes like my home that I had when I was growing up? Yep, that's definitely what I'm getting for some. And then a third way that I can interpret interpret the safe home card is that you are the only thing that actually makes them feel safe, makes them feel at home. So that's why they don't want to lose you, but it's also their internal stuff that they don't know what to do. To be honest, if you're dealing with an Aquarius man, Aquarius masculine, yo, it's gonna be hard because I just feel like Aquarius, they're really smart and they can communicate, but not about their feelings. Like, you want them to write a report, they got it. You want them to write some research, they got it. You want them to code you something, they got it. But when they want to talk about their feelings, it's kind of like, what are those? How do I talk about those? So yeah, I just feel like they feel like you do make them feel like a safe home for some of them. And they're like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know how to logic this. I don't know why I am feeling this way about this girl or this guy, you know? So yeah, you guys, I just feel like overall, it is up to you. You have the power to walk away at any time, but it seems like they are making a decision. And if you feel like this relationship is valuable and worth waiting for, then I'm not going to tell you to stop waiting. You can wait as long as you want. But I'm just letting you know, this is the energies that I'm picking up on. Heavy decisions, potential third parties, and yeah, for some of you, I want to say at least half of the people that are going to end up watching this, they had some type of shifty parenthood. I honestly don't feel like all of the people that you guys are wondering about had a bad parenthood, but I am getting that. I'm getting the sense that they were surrounded by older people that didn't really show them how to be in a good relationship, and that's why this stuff is manifesting, okay? Because it wouldn't manifest out of nowhere. Think about it. I mean, if somebody grew up with a mom and dad that was together and really committed to each other and showed them how to, love and all that and was secure, etc., then they wouldn't have such a problem and all this anxiety making a decision about this. And yeah, that's just how it goes. Like, our childhood really does shape us, and they are just in this period of time of trying to grow. I think if you are in school right now, I think it would be in your best interest to not focus on this too much and also focus on your studies and let it all unfold naturally. You're not going to be able to rush an Aquarius, by the way. I forgot to say, Aquarius is a fixed sign. Once they make a decision, they are going to be fixed on the decision, but to get to the decision is going to be kind of hard, especially if they grew up seeing this stuff, because they're going to be probably kind of fixed in thinking like relationships aren't shit and etc. Because okay, this is the last thing I'm going to say, but I have a friend and he is a fixed sign. He is not an Aquarius, but he is a fixed sign, and his parents didn't really have the best relationship, right? Just like this pile that I'm kind of picking up on. And no matter how much people around him were getting married, no matter how much good relationships he saw within his friend groups, he always referred back to his parents when people say, why are you still single, dude? Like, because we will poke at him and ask him, like, why are you still single? Because he's kind of a bachelor. He could definitely be in a relationship. He definitely has suitors. So we were just like, what's going on, my man? Like, why are we single? And I shit you not, every single time he brings up the fact that his parents did not have a good relationship and he doesn't want to end up like his parents specifically. Like, he would say that. So that's why I know that this is a real fear that both men and women have, because you don't want to repeat your patterns, and sometimes you block yourself from your blessings completely to not repeat those patterns. So yeah, that is the situation right now. That is how they're feeling. That's probably what they're going through internally. I don't know if they've ever opened up to you about their parental situation, about their parents' divorce, or how their parents' relationship was. But if you're just now getting to know each other, it just seems like they're not going to open up right away to that, because they are either airy or fiery and they aren't really in touch with their emotions, I'm getting. So yeah, it's kind of a tough situation, but I feel like you know what's best for you with this power card. You have all the power, my pile number twos. All right, I really do hope this gave you some insight, some knowledge, some guidance. If this reading did resonate, please comment down below what pile you picked or what resonated with you, because I love to read your comments. And if you did enjoy the video, please give me a big like down below. It really helps out my channel. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. I post every single Sunday, so go ahead and add Kelly Guidance to your Self-Care Sunday. And remember, always be kind to yourself and others. Until next time. Bye, pile 2. Hi, pile 3. If you chose the turquoise stone, this is your reading. So for you, I got the 8 of Swords, the High Priestess, the Star, Temperance, 10 of Wands, and 3 of Swords. So right off the bat, I see that they feel like you're very spiritual with the Star card coming up and also the High Priestess, especially right next to each other. They see you as divinely feminine, whether or not you identify with feminine or not, because the High Priestess card does talk about divine feminine, the subconscious mind, intuition, and sacred knowledge. I see that they are trying to rely on their intuition on what to do with this situation, but they also see that you're heavily tied into your intuition, so that inspires them to make decisions as well. With the Eight of Swords coming first, I see that they do have some self-imposed restrictions on them and a little bit of a victim mentality. So this could be that they are restricting themselves in the realm of this relationship, this connection. It could also be in the realm of their job. It could be in the realm of their friendships. Whatever it is, they are restricting themselves about something. Because if we could see in this card, the person is bound and tied in the mirror, but they are loosely bound and tied. When you look at them outside of the mirror, they're actually not tied at all, and they're just holding their neck. So it's a self-imposed restriction. It also resembles having negative thoughts, because when you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're seeing this, but the reality is not true, then that means that you're thinking about yourself negatively. So I feel like they are thinking about themselves negatively right now, or putting a lot of pressure on themselves right now. This card can also mean imprisonment. So when I think about that, not actual prison, maybe for some, but I feel like this could also mean they are trapped in something that's taking a lot of their time and taking time away from you or this connection. The High Priestess and the Star card are very, very positive, especially the Star card, because the Star card, when it's surrounded by negative cards, it actually drowns out all the negative cards. No, seriously. The Star card is super, super positive. This talks about hope, faith, purpose, renewal, and spirituality. So I feel like you guys are currently in separation, or you're having a little bit of tiff in your relationship or your connection, and the Star card is telling you to remain hopeful. I don't think that this person has lost hope in your connection. Maybe you guys are like not talking right now, or maybe you can't decipher how they feel about you, but they still have hope for this relationship 100%. This connection is still important to them 100%. With the Temperance card, this talks about balance, moderation, patience, and purpose. If you can see in the card, they are half divinity and half earth. They're also holding the sun and the moon. So the sun is talking about our personality, the light that we put into the world, our vitality, our main personality, our brands, basically. And then the moon is talking about our moods and emotions and our inner world. So they are working on balancing those things. For some of you, I feel like with this particular setup, it feels like they're working too much. That's what it feels like. It feels like they're taking time away from you or this connection because they're either working too much, or it could be that they're in school and they're just like way into school, like they have no time. I got that interpretation because of the Temperance and the Eight of Swords. This is self-imposed, so it means that they are participating in something that is self-imposed. So that could be a job, that could be school, that it could be something that they have enrolled themselves in. But the cards are telling them that they need balance. They've been working too hard, okay? The Ten of Wands talks about burdens, extra responsibility, hard work, and completion. So yeah, I think that they are working too hard. They're working too much, whether it is in school or in their actual career. It could be that they're just trying to build their own business from the ground up. So it's just a time where they're trying to work really hard. It could also be with the current state of the world, you know, a lot of people are trying to make extra money right now. So it could be that they're working a 9-to-5 and also working on a side hustle. So they have like absolutely no time. And I see that this is actually heartbreaking for them. This is a very emotionally painful for them, okay? They don't want to actually be working this hard. Nobody wants to be working that hard, okay? Like, we want to be able to receive and get all the things that we want easily. And it is possible, but it is important to also do that initial legwork to get our businesses off the ground or get our career off the ground. So I feel like they're in that place where they're trying to get themselves off the ground. And yeah, I just feel like they're so busy right now. I'm just sensing like very, very busy energy. Like, they have barely any time to catch their own breath, let alone nurture an entire connection. So with you, my beautiful pile number 3s, I just feel like you guys are also feeling the same way, hurt. You feel like you want to spend more time, but you also at the same time don't want to bother them and distract them from their studies or distract them from their work. I just saw 333 on the clock. So if you guys have been seeing 333, that's a confirmation. Yeah, I feel like you guys are very, very sweet. You guys are highly, highly spiritual and protected. So I know that you guys are currently turning to pick a card readings to try to decipher this. But the truth is, sometimes when we're so busy and we're so like drowning in things, we don't have the capacity sometimes to explain it to people, like what we're going through. And if this person is the type of person, you guys, and only you would know, that doesn't really rely on other people and and makes it seem like they got everything under control. I'm telling you now, they're actually carrying a lot with this 10 of Wands, Temperance, and the 8 of Swords. I just feel like they're swamped right now. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting. They're swamped. And they want to make it seem like they got it all. But you guys have nothing to worry about. I feel like some of my beautiful pile 3s are wondering if they are committed to you, if they really love you. But honestly, I'm just getting a vision right now. After work or after their second job, they're going home and they're sleeping. They're knocking out. They're not replying to you because they're knocked out. It's not because anything else. And when they do reply to you and you feel like, damn, why did it just take you like 10 hours to reply to me? Like, do you even give a fuck about what I said? They do. It's just that they're so swamped. I don't even know what to tell you. Like, for some of you, it might not be a job. They might just be doing too much leisure things and not really focusing on you. But this makes me think about the beginning of 2020 when the you know what happened, and all I was doing, you guys, was playing Animal Crossing. I don't even play video games like that, I swear. Like, that was probably the first video game that I got addicted to since I was like 10. So yeah, it was crazy. I didn't want to deal with the world. I didn't want to deal with what was going on in the world. I didn't know how to process it. So I just literally became an Animal Crossing character. I'm not even kidding. Like, I would dream about Animal Crossing and I would just like literally be my character. It's so weird. And I feel like that's for some of them. I know that kind of doesn't make sense for everybody, but just with the way the world is, it might be weighing heavy on them, or the pressures that they have in their life might be weighing on them, right? So they're probably just distracting themselves with things that are more pleasant. I'm actually hearing some of you guys say, like, why wouldn't they distract themselves with me? Because I'm trying to be there for them. I'm trying to connect with them. Well, you know what, you guys? You probably do not have a perfect relationship. There probably is some tiffs between you two at times. So I think that they want to indulge in things that are completely carefree. And that's just for some of you. I think most of them are actually just working really hard in school or at work. I do think some of them are burdened by maybe the way the world is, or how much burdens they currently have, how much people they have to take care of. I'm hearing a song by Cardi B right now where she goes, "You have no idea how much pressure it is to do what I have to do and take care of all the people that I have to take care of because I'm the only person in my family that has made more than 6 figures." Okay, she didn't say that. Like, that's not her exact lyrics, but I remember she has a song where it does say that. Like, she's just carrying so much. And I feel like that's what's going on with this pal as well. They're carrying a lot. They could be taking care of their family as well, like little brothers, little sisters, or even their parents, just to help out. And they just got a lot on their plate. Like, they're trying to seriously try to learn how to balance everything. Like, they're also trying to learn how to balance their spirituality and their earthly things. They might not even be doing self-care things, you guys. So I'm not trying to say anything like make you feel bad about how much time you want from them, because I get it. But I feel like whoever you're asking about, my lovely pal number 3s, are actually not even like taking care of themselves. They might not actually be washing their face every day. They might not be eating healthy every day. So it's kind of hard to want more out of them, because I feel like they can't give more right now. I'm getting the sense like they just can't give more right now, but continue to have hope, because they have hope as well. They know that they're just going through a busy time in life right now. They know that with patience and hard work, they're going to be able to be successful. And that's what they're chasing. They're chasing success, and they're chasing, I mean, you guys, this is a highly, highly masculine society, okay? We're always go, go, go. We're always focused on achievement. And honestly, I don't know who doesn't want to hear this, but this is the truth, okay? For men in this society, if they identify with men or masculine energy, they have so much pressure on their shoulders you don't even know. Especially if you're divine feminine, I feel like the masculine society has messed with the divine feminine and feminine nature as well. But the truth is, still in this day and age, the masculine man, a man, is still higher regard than women in the workplace, and they have more expectations out of them, out of their bosses and stuff like that. And even just in general, like, men are supposed to provide, etc. Like, I know things are getting better and gender inequalities are getting better, but the truth is it's still this way. So I feel like they just have a lot of pressure right now, and I don't know who needs to hear this as well. But your relationship would actually get better if you focused on your own passions. If they're really, really busy and they actually see you really, really busy as well, that's going to make your relationship better. So it seems like this person is really busy and you might only see each other like once a week, and that's bothering you. You're wondering if they really care about you. You're wondering if they're actually wanting to be with you. You wonder all these things. And the truth is, they're just not verbalizing how much pressure they're under. Because if they're just now starting their career too, or for some of you, like I said, they're having two jobs, like a job and a side job, then they're trying to get their feet off the ground with their success in their career. So they don't want to show any weakness. Men never want to show weakness if we're talking about a man here. But even if we're talking about a female, girls don't want to show weakness either. Like for the most part, like we want to seem strong as well. So what I'm seeing is that they just don't want to show that they're weak, and they're carrying a lot right now. That's the main thing I see, but they still have hope. They're still going to work hard, and I think that they really, really care about you, but spending so much time away from you is also painful for them. Having all this extra responsibility and burden is also very painful for them. They're hurting too. They don't like it. Your heart can break in multiple different ways. It doesn't have to be only like a breakup or a friendship breakup that breaks our hearts. Your heart can literally break because of the burdens that you're going through, because of the grief that you're feeling. Especially for some of them, if they're just starting their career, that means that you either just finished school, potentially a lot of different paths here, but it could be that you just finished school, right? So you're also grieving the loss of that. People don't talk about it enough. People don't understand the grief that comes with actually graduating college or graduating high school and moving on to being an adult. They don't understand that grief, and it's not talked about enough. It should be talked about more. The hardest transition of my life, I swear to God, was transitioning from graduating college into the real world and trying to decide what it is that I want to do. The first card I got is retreat. It is time to disconnect from the world. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, they are just like so deeply into their job or into school or trying to build their career that they just need a break. And doesn't it look like they're married? Like they're about to go on a honeymoon or something? Yeah, so I do think that you guys are deeply connected. I do think that you guys have a good relationship. It's just that they need a break, and they're probably not going to give themselves a break. When you're first starting off your career, depending on what company you work for, you might be on some type of period of time, like a probationary period, where they don't let you use any sick leave or any vacation time yet. And some jobs actually don't even give you any sick or vacation time. So it really feels like they need a break and a vacation, but they might not actually have the time for it. So I would suggest my lovely pile number 3s be a little bit understanding, because we don't know unless they have shared with us how much time they have and what they are getting from their job and how much their job is letting them live, basically. And then, oh my God, guys, finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Okay, for some of you, I feel like they want to take you on a date. They want to do things for you. They want to do things for you, and they want to take you out. Of course they do. But I mean, it just seems like they're chasing so hard, and they're working so hard on their career and on their finances. And again, they might be taking care of their family, little brothers, little sisters. I don't know why I was getting that, but I just feel like they had all these extra burdens. So yeah, you guys, I feel like right now, especially if you guys are a little bit younger too, in the beginning of your career, you're not going to have a bunch of money to just blow and go on really extravagant trips or really nice dinners yet, right? Okay, not to like talk about myself or anything, but like the whole first year that I was working full time, I didn't really have any fun money, okay? I had college loans, and I was doing so much with my money that I was just like, I don't have time. I actually don't even have any time. I'm resonating with this energy a lot, because my first year of working full time it was rough. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was freaking rough. Like, I was really, really devoted to my job, and I was like really like knee deep into it, okay? And I didn't have any time. I don't think I took a vacation until I was working like, I want to say like over a year. It could have been around a year and a half before I saved enough money, before I could actually do things. So if this is them, and they're just in the beginning of their career, let's just try to be understanding. Let's try to understand that they want a break just as bad as you want a break in connection with them. I feel really bad for the other person that we're inquiring about, because I think that they're hiding how much burden they're in. For real. I think that they are, because look at this. I mean, this is how they're feeling. So like, for some reason, I feel like these 3 cards, the more negative ones, is how they're feeling. But on the outside, this is what they're portraying, or this is how they see you. So they want to match your energy. They want to make sure that everything seems like it's okay. But really on the inside, they're struggling. That's what I'm getting out of this. And I just feel like, look, this person is on their hands and knees trying to just scrape it together and make it work. And I just feel like that's what they're doing right now. And by no means am I trying to make you feel bad about their financial situation or anything like that. I would never do anything like that or say anything to make you feel that way. This is not my intention. My intention is always to empower you, to motivate you, to inspire you, and to strengthen you always. So I just feel like some patience is gonna be needed for this, because you guys are both probably working on your careers and working on building something right now, and you both need a break and you want a break to hang out together. But my suggestion is just be there for them, even if it means that you only hang out with them like once a week, or maybe even a couple hours only, or even once every other week, or maybe for some of you you're long distance and you barely get any in-person time with them, and then on top of that you feel like you only talk to them like one day really a week on the phone. Like, I'm so sorry that this is a tough time for you, but the best thing that you can do actually is dive into your own passions and be busy yourself. I know that's really cliche and like everybody says it, but it's so true. What really helped me is honestly diving into my own passions, starting a YouTube, doing these tarot readings. I mean, all these creative things that I'm doing now that I wasn't doing before. Like, I literally had no hobbies before. I was only working. And so when I was only working and focusing on my relationship, felt like something was missing. And what was missing was my own passions, my own busyness. Because yeah, even though you work full time, I sense that you guys do have a job as well. It doesn't take up that much of your time. It does, but it doesn't. If you work full time and you live in the States like I do, then it's 40 hours, but it's still like a good amount of time that you have free. Okay? Like all the weekday nights and on the weekends too. And, you know, watching content that you like and you connect with, like spirituality content or YouTube content, is another way of filling your time as well. I feel like watching content that you're actually learning from is going to be more beneficial for you, or watching content that empowers you and inspires you and motivates you and strengthens you is a really good thing. We don't want to just watch Netflix all day and watch leisure things all day, things that aren't really teaching us anything. Okay, so I urge you to stay away from that type of energy, but keep trying to learn, keep trying to dive into different passions, try a lot of different things. Okay, when I was trying to figure out what it was that was my hobby, I don't even know why it took me so long to figure out that it would be content creation, because when I was younger, I was on this website called Tumblr, and I loved to create on Tumblr, and I just never even thought about it. Like, when I was starting my hobby journey, I was like, okay, I bought a bike, so I started biking, and I started painting, and I started drawing, and I started doing all these little things, but I never realized like I should try my hand at digital content creation, which was something that I did in my childhood. So I'm only telling that story because I think that even though you guys should try a lot of different things, you could refer to your childhood and what you like to do as a child to figure out what you can do and what may be your passions in your adulthood. You know, because when we're children, we have so much free time. You were the most free when you were a child. I'm sure that there were some hobbies that you had that you're forgetting about. A lot of people were into sports and stuff like that. So if there's like a sport or something, or some type of activity that you haven't done since childhood and you feel like, oh, I'm too old for that now, or I can't do that, I can't keep up with myself now, well, just try it on a low impact way. So like if you used to play soccer for something, I'm not telling you to go out there and do sprints. I'm just saying, like, go ahead and get a soccer ball and start kicking it around. Maybe it'll stir up some feelings in yourself that you're like, I actually like this. I like running around a little bit. I like walking around a little bit. I like kicking the ball. I'm trying to get it in the goal and stuff like that. So just try a bunch of different things. I'm seeing 222 on the timer, so that could be another confirmation if you have been seeing 222. 222 is also referred to as balance and making decisions at times, so it could resonate as well, but you can always have your own meanings for angel numbers. Let's go ahead and move on and see what other messages we can get. Pile 3, messages for pile 3. Pile 3. Okay. So we're getting the protection card. Oh, we're also getting the duality card. Okay, so duality and protection. We're getting Aries here. And both of these numbers reduces down to 9. They could be a 9 life path. 9 life path talks about humanitarianism. So if they are a 9 life path and their career involves humanitarianism, they are probably deeply, deeply connected to this purpose. So I could see for some of you that they are super into their career and trying to help the world, that it seems like they're putting you on the back burner. And you don't want to like confront them about this because what you see that they're doing is very noble, but it does leave you on the back burner. So I totally understand that. And with the duality card, this just means duality of things: feminine, male, dark, light, bad, good. Like these are the duality of things. So with this card coming up, I feel like it's just important to realize the duality of life, being busy versus not being busy, being too into your career versus not being into your career at all. Like just having a balance, again, with the Temperance card. I feel like duality is showing you that there's two sides to every coin, and that it is best to not focus on only one side, and that it is beneficial to try to balance those two dualities, two things. Again, with like the darkness and the light, there is no light without darkness, and there is no darkness without light. We don't go through periods of darkness for nothing, and we don't go through periods of light for nothing. So when we're going through periods of darkness, we feel that it's dark because we have experienced light. And when we are experiencing periods of light, it only feels light because we went through those periods of darkness. Okay, so I see that you guys are going through a tough time, a period of darkness, but things will improve for you because with the protection card, I feel like this connection is divinely protected. They are protective over you, you are protective over them. You guys want to protect this union, and the best thing to do is to try to focus on what you can do and not focus on what you cannot do. So you're not going to be able to convince them to work less. You're not going to be able to magically change anything about their finances overnight, especially if they are a life path 9, because life path 9s choose to be in jobs that don't really pay that well, working in nonprofits and things like that, because that is more fulfilling for them. They don't care about how much money they're making, even if they're struggling. That sounds really, really accurate, actually, because I know that life path 9s, they choose jobs that don't really pay well because the type of companies that they want to work for don't really have that much money, and usually they're non-profit, and sometimes even life path 9s go off to different countries to try to help other people. So this could be some of you as well. Your lover could be, or the person that you're thinking about could be going off, and you are just wondering what they feel about you. And of course they are going off. I see that they still love you, still think about you, and still want a connection with you. It's just that they have to do this thing for their life, you know, to grow and expand. So I'm going to roll the astro dice. First, I'm going to start with just the astrological signs 3 times to see the top 3 signs that I'm getting. Cancer, Taurus, and Virgo. Okay, so Cancer, Taurus, and Virgo all have something in common. They're very devoted and they're very, very helpful. So Virgo in particular is the martyr, is like the person that helps people, okay? They are going to put themselves in the back burner so they can help other people. So that life path 9 thing is really resonating with me. Even if they're not a life path 9, they could care about humanitarianism, okay? And with Cancer, this is the mother archetype. So I feel like even if they're divinely masculine, they have this nurturing ability within them that they are working on. Earlier, I said that they might be taking care of little brothers or little sisters. I don't even know where that came from, but now with Cancer coming up, I feel like it makes a lot of sense. They're probably very nurturing to the people around them, and they might be having these multiple jobs so that they can take care of their entire family or whoever it is that needs them. Because again, with the life path 9, maybe they work for a nonprofit, but it doesn't really make that much money, so they have to have a side job to be able to cover everything. And they want to take you out as well, but it's just not enough right now. And I think that people like this are always rewarded, okay? All this hard work is going to be rewarded for them. It's just a matter of time and patience. Okay, and then Taurus is also a highly devoted sign. They are a fixed sign, so they're going to be fixed on whatever they're doing. Taurus is ruled by Venus, so I feel like this is a very lovely person. This is a person that's going to be devoted to their mission. This is going to be a person that is devoted to their family. This is a person that's going to be devoted to their pleasures as well, because Taurus is very sensual and really does like pleasure because they are ruled by Venus. So all of these signs are making sense for me. I feel like patience needs to be exerted here in this situation. Now we're going to roll all 3 dice to see if we could get a message. Pile number 3. Jupiter, Virgo in the 5th house. Okay, so the 5th house talks about creativity, children, pleasure, all forms of play, and Jupiter expands everything that it touches. It grows and expands it. So they could be a highly, highly creative person, but with Virgo is really analytical. I wouldn't say they're like as creative. They're more like practical for sure. So I'm wondering that if their form of creativity and play is more structured, or this could mean that they have big Virgo energy, so they're just really good at caretaking, and the fifth house is also children. So maybe they also see a lot of people and the people around them as children, as people that they need to take care of, because again, Virgo is the martyr. So Virgo is going to be the one that's just taking care of everybody and being the martyr for everybody. And I'm getting big Virgo energy here. I mean, Virgo came up twice and also next to Jupiter. So yeah, I'm getting big Virgo energy here. Yeah, this is the type of person that's going to be taking on a lot and not really telling you. I'm going to tell you that right now, because I know a lot of Virgos and they are not the type to really complain. They're going to take all of people's drama and all of people's shit and not really tell anybody what they're going through. They're just going to kind of swallow it and kind of just keep it to themselves, because they feel like, oh, I got this. I'm the martyr. I got this. Virgo is also the virgin, is represented by the virgin mother. So what does this mean? This is a innocent mother, but still a mother that has to take care of the children that she did not even bear. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. This person is the type of person that takes care of other people's children, even if it's not their children. And not even just their little brothers and sisters. I feel like this is the type of person that could probably be working something with childcare. Yeah. Something nonprofit or something like childcare, something along the lines of creativity and helping children. That's what I'm getting out of this, for sure. This is a really noble person. Oh my gosh, I just feel like, yeah, this is a good person. I feel like I'm really, really sorry that you guys don't get to spend a lot of time with this person, but what they're doing is going to help the world, and they will be rewarded for it. Mark my words, they will be rewarded for it. These type of people, they always deserve the best in life, okay? So I feel like abundance is coming to you in this connection as well. Let's just pull one more card to see what we have here. So we got the Lover's Oracle cards. Pile number 3. Pile. Okay. I got 5 cards, which is a lot, and I usually would not take all that, but I'm going to take it for this reading. It says, time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, patience needs to be exerted here. I think I said that a couple times. I just feel like maybe you are in a rush to make this more solid of a union, like living together or just trying to get more time out of them. But they are working on a lot. All of the things that I talked about in this reading, I just feel like it's a lot to balance, right? I feel like just talking about it, just explaining their situation and what I'm seeing in the cards feels like a lot of burdens, okay? It feels like they're carrying a lot. Like, I would be stressing out too, dude. Like, oh my gosh. And then criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Yeah, I feel like you guys might not know the extent of what they're carrying, because again, if they're a Virgo and the martyr, the virgin mother archetype, they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you what they're doing. They're not going to tell you everything that they're going through. So I feel like you might be criticizing them. You might be asking them, nagging them, when am I going to get more time? When am I going to get more time? When am I going to get more time? I'm hearing that. Like, I'm hearing it over and over again. And they are giving you answers like, I'm going to give you more time. I'm going to give you more time. And you feel like it's bullshit, but it's not. Okay? They're just dealing with so much. And I hope this provides you with some insight that even if you're in a relationship or in a connection with this person, that it's likely that they're not going to tell you everything. They're just dealing with so much. And I don't want you to, not know what they're actually going through and then put more pressure on them. I wouldn't want it the other way around either. If it was you in this position of being so busy and they were criticizing you, I wouldn't want that either. I do want love and harmony and peace in your relationships. Of course, I want that for all of my viewers. But it just seems like with this card coming up that you guys are bickering back and forth when you don't have to be, and you're adding more heartbreak and pain. You know what I'm getting now with this card coming up? I feel like they're going through all this, they're not telling you, and then you get into these fights, and on top of all the shit that they're dealing with, it's like the goddamn cherry on top of burden. I resonate with this, not in a relationship sense, but when I was really stressed out at a time and I wasn't telling anybody, every single thing that somebody criticized me for, I took it to heart. Like, I took it really deeply because I didn't want to express that I was going through a lot, but at the same time, I just felt like the people around me should have known just from how I looked. I was tired. Like, you could see in my eyes how tired I was. And for people to still criticize me at that point in my life really, really hurt. Every single word, every single criticism really hurt. So yeah. And then also, actually, Virgos are super, super critical. So I don't think that you're the only one criticizing. I think that they criticize back, but it's painful for them as well. I think it's just a reflex between you two. So I definitely think you guys need to talk more, and you can tell them straight up, I know there's something going on that you haven't opened up to me about, but you're safe. You're safe with me. I'm gonna hold this space for you whether you take it or not, okay? I want to know what's going on and I want to help you. Like you've helped me, like you help everyone else. Show them that you see them and show them that you hear them. Show them that you're understanding of what is happening even though they have not expressed it to you, because honestly, if you are close, you'll be able to tell if they're really going under stress or not. You should see it in their face, okay? And yeah, you guys, I just feel like they're really struggling right now. I think give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt right now, honestly. And then we are getting, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Guys, I'm telling you, they love you so much. They have the hope for you, which we saw in the star card, which remember drowns out all the other negative cards because it's such a positive card. You know what this card is making me think of? This card is making me think like you guys are having doubts, right? Like I said in the beginning of this reading, you guys are having doubts of how they feel about you, but you should know through their actions in the past. Think back to when they did have more time. How were they treating you? Were they getting your mind right? Were they making sure you were taken care of? Were they doing things that you did not ask them to do? Because they're a Virgo, so I'm sure that they were, right? Like, I've had so many Virgos just help me out of the goodness of their heart. So I just feel like if they're truly a Virgo, they have helped you when they were more free. When they had more time for you, they had helped you. So time to look back into that time and realize that they're just going through a period, okay? And then next, we have life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You'll be surprised where it leads. Guys, oh my God, I can't make this up. I'm getting the full body chills. Like, that's what I'm saying. For some of you, you are transitioning from college to adulthood and your relationship is changing from either high school to college or college to adulthood. I don't know. You're making some type of big change in this relationship. So of course, when we get older, we have less time, you guys. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. Okay. So try to just go with the flow and realize that this is a shifting cycle in your life. Things are not meant to be the same forever. We're not meant to be as free as we were in terms of time as we were as children. We're not meant to have as much free time as we did in elementary school or middle school or whatever. As you get older, I'm sorry, you just get more busy, and it's not always a bad thing, because as you get older as well, when you get, you know, past college and past the things that you don't like want to do, I put quotes because I feel like a lot of people get forced into doing college, or society tells them to do college and they don't really want to do that, right? I just feel like once you just get through the college part or the things that you didn't really want to do, once you get into the part where you are making some money for yourself after you start your career, then you can start focusing more on your passions and getting back into your passions and your purpose and your childhood, you know, hobbies and things like that, which I mentioned earlier. So yeah, I feel like, again, the huge thing here is patience and just realizing that things are not always going to be constant in life. Like, things are going to change. Availability is going to change. Up and downs are going to happen. Relationships are going to change. The only thing that I feel like has not changed between you two is how much they deeply love you. Okay, they still love you just as much as they did in high school, just as much as they did in middle school. For some of you, you've known each other since childhood, and you're wondering why it has to be this way. Why are you away from me? Look, they love you just as much as before. It's just that they are busy. And you know what? They're working on building this future for you two. That's what I'm hearing. They don't ever want to say shit like that to you because they're not like me. I'm hella spicy. So I will tell you like it is. They don't want to say that to you. They don't want to say like, look, check yourself, because I am doing this. I'm doing all of this to build a life for us. I'm hearing that. I'm sweating right now because I'm just like, I feel like they're holding so much back because they just want to show you love, because they feel like I can't give you time right now. Like, I'm not able to give you time right now, so I'm not going to push you down. I'm not going to say mean things to you on top of it. Dang, you guys. That's deep. Okay, and the last card I got for you is sexual union. Hello. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul. For there you will find true bliss. So I don't know, maybe you guys just need to get into the bedroom a little bit more. I'm gonna keep this cute though, you know, with that. So maybe that'll help when you do have time together, instead of focusing on fighting and stuff like that. Because I feel like when you guys do have time together, you're not making the most out of it. That's what I'm getting out of this. Because I feel like, okay, I don't want to like say do this if you're not comfortable with it, because I know like the divine feminine needs to feel nurtured, needs to feel protected, needs to feel connected to be able to do this and feel good doing it. So I see that with the lack of time and the lack of maybe effort in this connection at this point, you might not be feeling good enough to do this and engage in this. But have that deep talk. Tell them that you're here for them, to hold space for them. Tell them that you know that there's something going on that they're not telling you. Don't like bring this up right when you see them, especially if you only see them like once a week or less than that, and just go immediate into, I know what you're going through. Like, bro, back the fuck up. Just bring it up at a time where it is pleasant. Maybe after you guys have been relaxing for a while, or maybe after you finished a movie or something, so they're like relaxed. Just have some tact and finesse when you're bringing this up and how you're bringing it up. Don't make it seem like it's an attack, and don't make it seem like you're trying to be their therapist, because if they are Virgo and also a man, they're going to be super, super logical. So they're not going to want you to just come in there and be hella emotional. That's what I'm getting. So definitely talk it out and focus on this. But you know, we'll keep it cute. And yeah, I just feel like this is gonna change for the better. You're going through a period of time where it's dark, but it is going to change. You know, you think you're an adult at 18, but you're not, okay? When you graduate from college and go into your full-time job, that is a huge change. And I feel like that's the area of life that my pile 3s are in. Yeah. So, woo, that is all I have for you today, pile number 3. I hope this gave you some insight, some clarity, some guidance. And above all, I hope this motivated you and inspired you and strengthened you and empowered you in some way. Thank you for letting me read for you today. And if this reading did resonate with you, go ahead and comment down below what resonated and what pile you picked, because I love reading your comments. And if you did enjoy this video as well, please give me a big like down below. It really helps out my channel. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post every single Sunday. So go ahead and add Kelly Guidance to your Self-Care Sunday. And remember, always be kind to yourself and others. Until next time. Bye, pile 3. Hi, pile 4. If you chose the Rose Quartz, this is your reading. So for you, I got the 6 of Wands, the 7 of Cups, the King of Swords, the Tower, the Ace of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. So right off the bat, I'm thinking that this is some type of new connection, because the Ace of Wands and the Page of Pentacles both talks about new opportunities and new ideas, new ways of communicating. So I feel like this is relatively new. And with the 6 of Wands in the beginning, I feel like they think that you're very, very successful. They think you're a star, basically, because this is talking about fame. Look, she's on stage performing, and she has her wand and a wreath, and she is dressed really nice, and she has a crowd of people. I don't know if you can see that right there. It is a bunch of hands in the air, and she's clearly on stage. So I'm wondering if they feel like you're a star, or that they've watched you perform in some way, and they are really liking what they're seeing. With the 7 of Cups coming next, though, I feel like they have a lot of choices. It seems like if you maybe have met them in a place where you were performing, that they were also performing, and maybe they have a lot of different choices when it comes to people that they can date. It could be a lot of different choices in the next steps that they can take, whether that means asking you out on a date or something like that, because I do sense that this is relatively new. And I just saw 222 on the timer, so you might have been seeing 222 lately, and for me, 222 usually means balance or having a decision to make. It could be that you're also trying to decide what you want to do with this connection. Whatever choices that they are trying to make or that you're trying to make, I see that they will be able to decide on this with the King of Swords coming next, because the King of Swords talks about authority, truth, mental clarity, and intellectual power. But also the King of Swords is the type of king that is not going to give a shit about what he says. Like, if he has to say what he has to say to get his point across, he's going to say it, and it's going to sound cutthroat sometimes. So I wonder if that's how they see you. They see that you're this star and you're not scared of what to say, when to say it, and also they might be actually thinking that you have a lot of different options, so they don't know how to come at you, honestly. Yeah, I see that they feel like you have a lot of options and that you're a star. They could have a lot of options themselves, or a lot of different decisions that they're trying to make in regards to what they should do with you, whether just to text you or call you or ask you out on a date. Like, I feel like they're mulling it over. Look at this person's face. They're not sure what to do. They don't know what path to take. And then with the Tower card being here, a lot of people are scared of the Tower card, but honestly, I love how it's depicted in this tarot deck, because it's really just showing lightning and thunder, right? And so that's a natural thing that happens, even though the butterflies are kind of like dying or something right now. But it generally means sudden change, upheaval, chaos, but it can also mean a revelation and awakening. You could have this realization that you want to be with this person, or they can have a realization that they really like you, that they should take this chance. So I feel like when you came into their life, it was a sudden change. It caused upheaval and chaos in their life because you stirred up a lot of good feelings about them. They're very, very interested in you, pile number 4. And I'm actually just seeing 444 on the timer right now. So I think that your angels are definitely with you. And if you're interested in them too, I would drop some hints because honestly, I feel like that's what the cards are saying. They seem very interested in you. You came into their life and changed everything. They have not met somebody like you. They look at you like a star, like especially if you guys do not perform and this card is here, that means they just see you as this star, a performer, somebody great, like fame. This is the card of fame. I mean, also look how cute she's dressed. I feel like they think that you're super like luxurious and glamorous, you know what I mean? Like they think that you're super cute. And with the Ace of Wands, this card talks about inspiration, growth, potential, and new opportunities. So yeah, I think that when you came into their life, you caused this major upheaval in their thought process. And now they're thinking like, man, I really want to go after this person. This could be somebody that has a lot of growth and potential. I could grow with this person. I have a lot of potential with this person. And I see they're trying to take it slow and steady though with the Page of Pentacles. Pentacles are slow moving and Page is the lowest suit out of the Page, Knight, Queen, and King. So this is somebody that's going to take their time, patience, okay? So this person is also very curious, has a thirst for knowledge. This could also represent new ideas that are coming into the earthly realm. So they could have new ideas of how to take you out or what to bring you in this earthly world that's going to impress you. I feel like they want to impress you with this card coming up. That's what I'm getting. With all these cards where they think so highly of you and that you have a lot of choices, I wonder if they think they're not good enough for you. I wonder if they think that they are not worthy enough for you, but you are such like a crush for them, right? Like you just changed their life. Like they think about you at night, I'm getting with this card for some reason. Like I feel like when they're about to go to sleep, like they're thinking about you, they're thinking about your interactions that you had together, they're thinking about what can I do next in this connection, like how can I strengthen this connection. And I'm also feeling that, I don't know, I just feel like they want to take you out on a date. That's what I'm getting out of this. I don't know, they want to take you out on a date, they don't know how to ask. They feel like you have a lot of choices. They feel like you have a lot of suitors, a lot of dates already. You might be literally like, I don't know why I'm getting this, but I feel like you're going out on dates like 7 days out of the week. I don't know. Like they think that about you. Like you have a date lined up every single day. This is reminding me of something. It reminds me of this story that my friend told me where she was chatting with a guy on like one of those dating apps and she had no dates lined up, right? She had no dates lined up, but she was only connecting with him and she felt like she wanted him to ask her on a date, right? But it was like 2 or 3 weeks of them chatting. He didn't ask her to hang out or anything like that, to a point where she was like, why aren't you asking me out? Why are we not making any plans to hang out? Like she's pretty blunt. So when she finally said that, he said, I just feel like you've been going out on dates literally every day of the week. And she told him, she replied back, she said, I have been going on no dates. Like that's what I'm thinking about right now. I don't know where that came from, but I just feel like that is exactly what is going on with you two. Like they think that you're like this star and you have so many options. So they're just like trying to figure out what to do because they see themselves, I feel like, as the King of Swords, or they see you as the King of Swords. So they want to be clear when they're talking to you. They want to come off as very, very confident when they're talking to you. Okay. So they're not going to just like ask you on a date and make it super casual. I feel like they want to make it kind of special, or they want to make it kind of witty, you know? They want to ask you out in a way where it's going to be memorable, and they're going to want to make the first date memorable as well for you. That is only for my people that are not actually dating yet. But if you are already in union with this person, I see that they think that you're a star. They want some type of renewal in your relationship, and they are trying to spice it up in some way. That's what I'm getting out of this. They feel like you deserve the world. They see you as a star. They see you as famous. Like you're famous to them. Let's just move on to the romance oracle cards that I got for you to see if we got any more messages. So first I got keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So yeah, I feel like this person that we're talking about here is not your usual type. So you might be on this picker card because you have a sense of feeling. I feel like you are very intuitive, my pile number 4s, that this person likes you, that this person is about to make a move on you. You feel this. I feel that you know that something is coming. And maybe you're watching this just to, confirm it. You want to get that confirmation, and that's totally fine and right. But I'm wondering if this person is drastically different than who you've dated in the past, especially if you are some type of performer. Maybe you only used to date people that are also in performing arts, people that are also creatives. Maybe this person is honestly really logical because the King of Swords is related to air signs, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, which are all highly, highly intellectual. They all care about the mind, communication. They're really, really logical. They logic their emotions. They're just the thinking type. If you're actually interested in astrology, I have an entire astrology playlist that I'll link in the description below. But yeah, I'm highly sensing that they are different than what you have dated in the past. Yeah, I'm thinking you're more creative for sure, and they're more logical. That's what I'm getting out of this for sure. Yeah. And then the next card, yes, that's what I'm saying. The next card I got for you is new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Yep, I so knew it. I felt like it was something new with the Ace of Wands and the Page of Pentacles coming up. So yeah, keep them up in mind, and new love. So this is definitely somebody you recently met, or you're recently starting to get feelings for, and you're like, this is not my usual type. This is not like a creative, or this is not like a logical person, whichever you identify with. They're just not like you, and they're not like what you've dated in the past. But hey, I feel like I need to say this right now. What you have dated in the past clearly did not work out for some reason, right? Maybe you were almost too similar. I think that there is importance to have some differences in your relationships with other people. Have some different hobbies or different personality traits so you can teach each other and show each other the different aspects of life. I honestly feel like if you were exactly the same, had the same job, like had the same friend group, had the same everything, then it would be kind of boring. You wouldn't really grow as much as you would as somebody that is like kind of like opposite to you. That's why there's the whole opposite attracts thing, because it is enticing, it is exciting, it helps us grow, and it shows us a lot of different potentials in life, a lot of different types of psychology as well, just from dating somebody that is different from you. So yeah, I mean, I feel like you should give it a chance, especially if you are starting to feel romantic feelings for them. I definitely think that they feel these feelings for you as well. Like, look, they think you're the star. This is a really, really positive card, and it came first. So it feels like this is the main thing that they feel about you. And with it coming next, that story with my friend on the dating app, I just feel like that's what they think about you. And they're not going to make a move. If they're an air sign, I feel like they're not going to make a move unless they get some type of hint from you. Okay, again, because air signs are very logical. They're not going to just act on their whims. They're not going to act on their emotions. They don't even know how to deal with their emotions, okay, air signs. So you're going to have to give them some type of hint, some type of thing that makes them feel like, yeah, my chances is like 99%. So my chances of getting a yes for a date is 99%. So I'm going to go for it. My chances are good. You know, that's how they think. They think in numbers. They think in logic. Okay, maybe not 99%. You don't have to give that heavily of a hint. But maybe if you said, I don't know how you're going to hint it because I don't know your dynamics. But if you're, willing and able, and, you're feeling like you're really confident and you want to just straight up tell them, like, when are you going to ask me on a date? You can say it playfully and see how they react, because I feel like they're going to have like literally an aha moment if you said something like that. And I feel like the natural progression of this feelings in this relationship is that if you like them and they like you, and it's new and it is exciting, that there is going to be something that comes up where they're going to eventually just get the balls to ask, basically. So before we move on to more oracle cards, I'm going to roll the astro dice. First, I'm going to get just the astrology signs. I'm going to roll it 3 times to get the 3 signs that are most prominent in this reading. Leo, Cancer, Gemini. Okay, so we got Leo, Cancer, and Gemini. That's funny because they all sit next to each other on the astrological chart. Let's start with Gemini. So Gemini is in the air signs, and I feel like they're very chatty and talkative and logical as well. They are the teacher archetype in astrology. They are going to rely on logic. Like I said, they're going to rely on what you show them before making a move. And then with Cancer coming up, I feel like they do have deep emotions. They are an emotional person, but they seem to be hiding it or masking it or putting it in the back burner, because they don't want to come off as cancery. They don't want to come off as needy or anything like that. But I feel like they have that nurturing ability within them. And it's good to be balanced like that. You got air, water, and fire. If they have all these signs in their chart or prominent in their chart, this is how it would manifest. But also it could be separate people, since this is a general reading. If you resonate or are dealing with a Cancer, then that means that they are very, very nurturing, motherly like, even if they are a male. I just saw 222 on the clock, so that might be relevant to you. And then Finally, we got Leo. So Leos have really big energy. Everybody knows Leo. Leos are the ones that are like really out there. They're the clown archetype. They're the jokester archetype, okay? So they're always trying to make people laugh. They're always trying to be the center of attention. So I feel like that's the way that they act around you. They try to act all Leo-like because I see that they see you're a performer, you're a star, and Leo is also the performer. So I wonder if you did meet somebody that also performs and you perform as well. Something about creative arts, I feel like, for some of you for sure. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on and see what we can get in all 3 dice. So Libra, 8th house, and Moon. Okay, so Moon is our moods and emotions, and Libra is like the sign of harmony, balance, ruled by Venus. The 8th house is other people's money, and it also talks about bonding at the deepest level, okay? And this is also talking about contracts, other people's money, divorce, alimony, all those things. Like, so the message that I'm actually getting with this is that they want to balance how much you have, and that's weighing on their mind. That's what I'm getting out of this, actually. Because Libra always wants to be in balance. And since we're getting the house of other people's money, I think that they do think about how much you have. You seem to be a very abundant, very accomplished person, and it doesn't have to be money specifically. I think what it is they want to match you. Like, they want to be able to bring as much to the table as you bring. That's what I'm getting out of this. So some of them don't feel like they do. Like, some of them don't feel like they're up to par with you, but the thing is, I feel like they are a really good person and you could be a good match. Or another thing is, maybe you're used to dating people that have a lot of abundance just like you. And maybe this person just doesn't have as much abundance, but they really make you laugh or they really make you comfortable, something like that. And you know, money isn't everything. Money shouldn't be the focus in a relationship. Of course, we all need money to survive. We all need money to be secure. And of course, we can't move on to anything else without having money, right? Money is at the root chakra base. So if we are not secure in our root chakra, then we're not going to be able to move through the chakras and do everything else as we go up. So I see that it could be that they are not matching you on a financial level and they think that you have a lot of money. It could also mean that they want to bond with you at the deepest level. I know that sounds kind of like intense right off the bat because you just met, but that's what the 8th house talks about. I mean, it's just bonding at the deepest level, and the moon coming up is their moods and emotions. So I see that, like I said, I feel like you just changed their life. So I also feel like the tower in the 8th house is making sense. Like, I feel like they're like, they don't know why they feel so pulled to you, so magnetized to you so fast. Like, that's something that has not happened to them. That is sudden for them. That is like upheaval for them because they seem to be a logical type that doesn't usually fall for somebody that fast. But with you, they're just like, hell yeah, and a biscuit. Like, I want that. Yeah, that's what I'm getting out of that. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can get any more cards. All right, pile number... Literally, it just fell on the side. So I got embracing. Oh my god. Yeah. I just feel like they think you're like this swan. Look at how beautiful this swan is. And they just want to embrace you. They just want to hold you. That sounds like, you know, maybe sudden. Because if you're like brand new relationship, you maybe are like, don't touch me. But I don't really know you like that or something like that. But that's what they want. They want to hold you. They want to embrace you. They want to be like deeply bonded with you with the 8th house coming up. I know some people don't like that level of intensity, like especially in the beginning of a relationship. I feel like, well, I'm not sure that you just met, but I feel like your romantic feelings have just started. Like, you might realize like you both like each other. Like, you just realize that. And they just really want to embrace you. They want to embrace this relationship. That's what I'm getting out of this. And again, with this swan, is this a swan? I think that's a swan. And all these beautiful lights around, they just see you as this utmost beauty. Yeah. They just see you as this majestical creature. Like, look at this swan and where they are. Look at the sunset. Look at the full moon. Like, that's absolutely beautiful. The full moon is standing out to me because this is talking about heightened emotions. Yeah. Yep. They have heightened emotions for you. They don't know how to act with this tarot card. Yeah, that's what I'm getting out of this. You came into their life out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere. I don't know if they saw you like performing and they were like, I need to talk to that person. That's what I'm seeing because they like, I don't know. I'm getting similarities between these cards as well. I don't know. It just seems like, is she wearing like some type of fur jacket? I don't know. But I just feel like they think so highly of you. You're like their dream girl is what I'm hearing. But they're not your dream guy. Like, you can switch the girl and guy out. It doesn't matter. Or girl, guy. It doesn't matter. I accept everything here. And the main thing that I'm trying to get across though is you are their dream person. And I just saw 2222 on the clock. Yeah, you're their dream person. They're not what your usual type is. You wouldn't describe them as your dream person. They're not. But there's something about them that is also enticing to you. And it may just be the fact that they like you so much or pursue you so hard. Or maybe they're not in the part of pursuing you yet, but the fact that they want to pursue you so hard and you can sense and feel that. Yeah. That's so beautiful, honestly. Let me get some Lovers Oracle cards. Pile 4. Yes. Okay. That was really fast. No, I dropped some. Okay. So I got 2 cards. The first card is Romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. Beautiful. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. You guys know the Cupid's arrow story, right? Cupid has an arrow that whoever it hits makes them instantly fall in love with whoever they're looking at. So that's what I feel when they saw you. Literally, when they saw you performing or whatever you're doing your thing. It could just be like social media for some of you, like posting on social media or singing on social media, I just heard, or just performing on social media or whatever you post on social media. Maybe they connected with you on some level. And when they saw you, it was like, Cupid has striked his bow, you know, like I am immediately, it's like love at first sight. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. And they just want you so badly, literally so badly. That's so cute. Okay, and then power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. Okay, for some of my Power 4s, I think the level of intensity is freaking you out. And you don't know if you should go for it because you've never really experienced this level of intensity. I'm sensing a lot of people have not experienced this level of intensity, and you might be scared right now because you're like, damn, is this a stalker? Like, how am I going to deal with this? I kind of have feelings for them. I don't know. You might have been hurt in the past as well, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, especially with the keep it open mind. I feel like in the past you've had different characters come into your life and you're not really sure how to deal with somebody that's so different because you haven't had the experience of this. So it is up to you, my love, what you want to do. If you're getting a creepy feeling at all, of course, walk away. Or if you're getting some type of bad feeling, walk away. And a good thing to note is that I'm seeing 11:11 on the clock. I don't know. I just feel like you're their wish come true. But if you're dating somebody new and a lot of bad things are happening to you, like you get a parking ticket and then you crack your phone and then like etc, like all these bad things are happening to you back to back, then it means that there's something that you're ignoring. There's something that you're not paying attention to, and your guides are trying to send you signs and signals, okay? So just be wary of that. But if you are dating somebody new and it's this person and a lot of good things are actually happening to you, then take those as signs as well, okay? The universe will always look out for you and try to communicate with you through signs and signals. Just listen to your intuition about this. I feel like for the majority of you, this is right for you, but for the small bit of you, this could be like a stalkery situation or an obsessed situation, right? Because everything that I said does now kind of sound a little bit stalkery and a little bit obsessed right off the bat, but it also could mean that you're just so captivating. It is really up to you to discern if they are creepy or if they're genuine, okay? I don't want you to get into a dangerous situation at all. I would never want that or encourage that ever, okay? Be careful for sure. Maybe if you're dating somebody new, actually, make sure you're telling a friend, okay? Make sure you're telling multiple friends where you are. Maybe share your location as well. Because I did get a very intense, like obsessive, like deep feelings with this pile. So with this card coming up, that was unexpected. So it could be that they love you already. Yeah. And it's too soon for some of you. But for some of you, you like that. Like, you like being obsessed with. So, I mean, it's really up to you. And maybe if you guys have mutual friends, you can ask about them beforehand just to keep yourself safe. Because, yeah, I did get a very deeply intensive feeling about this. They have deep feelings for you already. That, or they just want to take this to the next level with you. Okay? So, let me see if I can get some more cards, actually. I'm going to put this up here. All right. Pile number 4. Okay. So I got a leg up card. Look at these 2 polar bears. Isn't that cute? Yeah, so with a leg up card, I feel like they feel like you have a leg up on them, if that makes sense. Like, you are more than them in some way. You have some type of leg up on them. Okay, now with the 8 and the moon and Libra coming up, I wonder Are they focused on your money? Okay, so that's a warning that I didn't want to give. But with this coming up, like I'm getting a lot of messages where they feel like you're not equal and this is on their mind. So is it that they know that you're not equal and that you are more abundant and that is on their mind in a bad sense? Okay, if that is the case, you will know because they'll ask you to pay for everything. They're going to ask you to cover this, cover that. That is your sign that they're probably only going after your money. But if you are somebody that is abundant, you're probably used to people trying to get a piece of your abundance. So I know that you're going to be able to use the discernment, okay, instinctively know. I feel like you're going to be able to know right away, okay? So just be wary about that. Man, I did not want this reading to go that way, but I have to give that warning for some of you because I don't want my pal force to get taken advantage of because you did pick the rose quartz, so I know that you're a softie because the rose quartz talks about unconditional love, support, emotional and relationship healing, and compassion. So I feel like you're very soft, you have a lot of compassion for other people, and you could also be just like really accepting of other people, but just don't get taken advantage of. You know, I'm gonna roll the astro dice one more time. K2 or the South Node, 9th house in Gemini. With K2 is our past, and it is representative of something that we're destined to release. But the 9th house is the house of Sagittarius, which is optimism, okay? It could be travels, belief systems as well. And then Gemini is coming up again. The 9th house also makes me think of staying optimistic because Sagittarius is a very optimistic sign. So yeah, those warnings were just for a small fraction of you. For the most part, I think that you guys can stay optimistic, but some of you should be wary. Geminis, they are the twins as well. And they do have a two-faced problem. It's only because K2 is here that's making me think of everything. Some of you need to watch out for sure, 100%. But I feel like this card came up because whatever feeling that you felt right when you saw this card or right when I read it is exactly what it is. Okay, so if you started feeling an icky feeling before I even started giving these warnings out, then that's what it is. And if you did not get an icky feeling and you don't really know what I'm talking about right now, then it is good to go. If you could, do the send your location thing, because you never know. And if you have any mutual friends, then talk to them about it. Or you could just like stalk this person's Instagram or social medias and just see if you get a creepy vibe. Because your intuition is always going to steer you the right way, okay? If you get a creepy vibe, I would block them. This person's energy is very intense. They think of you highly, okay? You have a leg up. They want to embrace you. They think you're a star. Okay, so I just want my pile number 4s to not be taken advantage of or anything like that, and make sure that you're staying safe. Let me see if I could get another card. Any other messages for pile 4? Okay. So I got 2 cards here. I got the orphaned. Okay. And then I also got flexible. So with the orphan card, they might not have a lot of friends, actually. They might not actually even have a family. So it might be a little bit hard to look into their life. With the flexible card, I feel like this person bends and flows to what you do and want. Ooh, Gemini is also very mutable. Okay, so I want to say be careful to my pile 4s. If you had an instinctive feeling that there's something off, and that's why you're going for a pick a card, then I'm confirming that there might be something off here. Because it seems like they just bend and flow to you because they know you have a leg up on them. And it could be that they don't have a lot of people, so they might be attaching to you very, very much. They might be really, really obsessed with you. I'm not trying to scare you, pal number 4. I want you to stay safe, of course, and you clearly came onto this reading for some guidance, and I am just saying what I'm feeling, and I'm actually kind of feeling a little bit uncomfortable right now. Yeah, like I feel stiff, and I don't want to scare you. If anything, I want to help you. And I want to make sure that you're being safe. Okay, so I think that's why this came up. Okay, so I'm actually going to get the archetype cards to see what type of archetype the other person is. What are the true archetypes of this other person? What? Okay, this one's child or bro. What the fuck? Okay, Light attributes say independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving. Shadow attribute says feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. With orphan coming twice and the shadow attribute coming up, feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families, and they think you have a leg up on them. And the whole flexible thing, why did I interpret this as they just bend and flow to you? Are they trying to connect with you? Are they trying to focus on other people's money, which is your money, and try to become part of your family? They're also really independent for sure, but it's just like one of the things that they have to do is learning to go at it alone and also conquering fear of surviving. So if they see you in a place where you're thriving and surviving and abundant, they might want to latch onto that. Okay, so just be wary about that. What is the archetypes we're dealing with here? Okay, I'm actually getting priest, which light attribute says facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. Shadow attribute says violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. So they could be religious, they could be spiritual. I'm also getting Samaritan. Light attribute is refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. And shadow attribute says exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. Okay, so I feel like they're a good Samaritan. Okay, I think I was tripping out too much. Maybe the energy that I'm picking up on, this suspiciousness, is from you. Did you meet them on a dating app and you're just not sure? Did you meet them on social media and you're just not sure, you're just scared because of the way the world is? Okay, so I do think that they're some type of orphan in a way. Like maybe they don't have a family or a group, and maybe, oh, I'm getting it. Okay, so for some of you, you just met this person, this is somebody new, but they haven't introduced you to any of their friends. They haven't introduced you to any of their family because they're orphans. They don't have any. And that's kind of freaking you out. You're like, what the fuck? Like, is this person after my money? Is this person for real? Is this person creepy? This person is coming at me really strong. So that's, I think, where the energy is coming from. Because I don't think that this person, just because they're an orphan, don't have a lot of people around them, is bad. I think that what's going on here is maybe your insecurities I'm picking up on, or they might be heavily relying on you, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're bad. And it might be that they're heavily obsessed with you already, but it doesn't always mean that they're bad. It doesn't always mean that something bad is going to happen from it. And I feel like if this was me personally, and also if you're a female, I gotta look out for my females, okay? It is important to be safe, and it is okay to have these suspicions. And honestly, if it was me and this person didn't have any friends or family and I just met them and there's no way to fact check anything, I'd be scared too. I'd be going after a pick a card too and trying to figure that out. The best way that you can try to figure this out if they genuinely do not have any friends or any family is to probably like look at their social media, see how they interact with people. Do they have a job? See if you can catch them in any lies, maybe? I don't know. But overall, I just feel like for some of you, it's something to watch out for. But for most of you, I feel like this is just a person that is going to attach to you really heavily and fast because they don't really have anyone else. And then finally, we got child magical. So light attribute says seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. And then shadow attributes does say pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles, believing that energy and action are not required for growth. Okay, so take what resonates. I feel like for the most part, these are positive archetypes. These are positive archetypes, but it is up to you to see if this is something that you want, because the intensity is real. I definitely felt the intensity before I started saying all these warnings, and I don't know why I felt like a little bit uncomfortable. I might be picking up on your energy. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure where the energy is coming from. Only you can tell if you're uncomfortable with them or you feel like they have been uncomfortable with you at some point. Overall, I do think that they think very highly of you and that it seems like they would pursue you very heavily and that they already have really strong feelings for you. So that is how they feel about you. I don't know where the other suspiciousness came from. I don't think they're suspicious of you. So I feel like I'm picking up on your energy because maybe you haven't had somebody pursue you this hard and heavy so fast in the past, and that's why maybe the romance card came up where it said this is different from the type that you've gone for. So maybe you've gone for the unavailable type, and now this person's giving you their cup, they're giving you so much attention, you're like, okay, this is different. You're suspicious about it. That is definitely something I'm seeing as well. I'm sorry if I scared any of you by saying like any of that stuff, but I was trying to decipher what the feelings I was feeling was. And I definitely feel like there was a little bit of suspicion in what I was feeling, a little bit of hesitancy, a little bit of like uncomfortableness. So maybe you just prefer to take things a little bit slower and they're going too fast. So there could be a lot of different things here. I just saw 333 when I said that as well. So I definitely think that you're at different speeds right now. Definitely that is something that is coming up. So maybe it's just a speed thing and an intensity thing. Definitely. All right. That is all I have for you today, Pal 4. Stay safe, stay blessed, and I hope that this works out for you. And make sure, again, with that location thing, send your location out to your friends, okay? And I am rooting for you and hoping the best for you. Hopefully you did enjoy this reading and you will come back to visit me soon. If you did enjoy this reading and you did resonate, go ahead and comment down below what pile you picked and what resonated the most with you, because I love to read your comments. And also give me a big like down below. It really does help out my channel. And of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I post every single Sunday, so go ahead and add Kelly Guidance to your self-care Sunday. And remember, always be kind to yourself and others. Until next time, bye, Pal 4.